I can kill my phone.
There we go. That's it. We are here, folks. We are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons. I am your host, Ben Competence. These are lovely players. You guys want to introduce yourself real fast down the line, I guess, or we can make it quick. Just naming character, if that's all right. Starting with Allie, I guess. I just spoiled that.
Hi, I'm Allie, and my character's name is Callista, and she is a satyr bard.
Yes. Then it's Reed.
I'm Reed, and I'm playing Euphemion, who is a human wizard.
Tammy.
Tammy, I am playing Kiki at Triton Barbarian.
And then the other one.
Hey, I'm Jen, everybody, and I play a half-elf named, monk, that is named Creorin.
Do you know your character?
No. Nope. It died the last time, so...
That's true. Alright, so, the music's really nice, but we're actually in a really fucked situation, which is great.
Oops.
So, basically the last time, these heroes have been learning that they, by Ismene, a wandering bard who is works with the Temple of the Oracle, has foretold and told all of them that they are destined to fight back against the Titans and their plans to destroy basically humanity as the 500 years of peace come to an end. After proving themselves capable of killing a pig, which is a very necessary skill, the heroes spent some time together spent some time in town, and then wandered to the Temple of the Oracle, where they would speak with the Oracle directly, who would give them their exact mission and quest and goal. When they got there, there were some very apathetic guards right outside, as well. There were people inside that had seemed to be roughing up the temple acolytes and servants of the Oracle. Ismene is very horrified by this, but she is doing what a bard does, and she is preparing to tell the story. And meanwhile, the other heroes, one of whom is in an incredibly swole disguise, are doing what heroes of legend do, and they are getting ready to push back against the evil itself. Now, I think with that, we can jump in, and I'm pretty sure that it had become known to everybody that combat was going to happen. So we can begin this by rolling initiative. I'm not going to roll initiative for the commoners, because they are just going to be trying to get out of this alive. But for everybody else, let's hit the ground running. There is some ominous music happening here. Did someone do a sound? That is wonderful.
Wow, that was great.
And we're skipping over to start the action music.
Woohoo!
Euphemion at a 22. I will add your turn to the initiative order. Oh wait, sorry, that's Kiki. Kiki, you have an 8. Perfect. Euphemion at a critical 22. That is fantastic. Callista, you are at an 18.
Exactly where you need a natural 20.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was going to say our wizard critically succeeded and our monk critically failed.
We're good.
Ideal.
Ismene is at a what? No, that's not right. That's the wrong token. I'm just gonna add. What was it? Ismene is gonna be at a 14. And then we're gonna roll for the others. Let me see here. We're gonna add these up real fast. I believe the others would be soldiers, so let me give you their initiatives as well. That should be everybody. Let me double check here. I believe we're missing one soldier, so let me add this one. There we go.
Does Proteus count as a civilian
Proteus
or a commoner?
Proteus is in a very bad state, but he would technically count. So let's roll him and see if he could possibly do anything. And we're going to give him that. He's going to be at not great health. So this is the start of the combat. What was it? Euphemian, you may go.
If I go in among these columns here, would I get some cover from that, or
Yeah,
would I be able to take some cover from there?
You would get cover. I believe yes, you would get cover. I'll look up the cover rules to make sure I get absolutely right, but yes, you would.
Okay, I'm going to start off by casting a ray of frost.
Okay. That would give you half cover. That would give you +2, I believe. Yeah, throw a ray of frost in there. Let's do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna ping it against this guy here. That's
All right.
pestering.
So I believe you'll just roll for him.
And that's a natural 1.
Hell yeah. We are off on a great start.
It is a very good start. And then I'm going to retreat.
Is someone making sound effects happen in the Roll20, because it's doing its sound effect thing for me?
I think it's my dice from
Okay.
my thing. I don't know why it's coming. It thinks it's coming from.
Okay,
because it thinks it's coming from my browser. That's what it is.
Okay. That's fascinating. I love that. Okay, so you shoot this ray of frost. You throw it out there, and this guard, they have been waiting for you. He's able to dodge aside. You're shooting at a weird angle. You're trying to not hit Callista. You're trying to not hit the wall. Basically, he's able to. He sees you coming enough that he's able to swipe to the side, and this misses entirely. This brings it to, unless you want to do anything else, that brings it to Callista's turn.
I'm just moving back to where I've ended up there.
Okay.
All right. Quick question. Are any of the commoners or Proteus tied up? Just for my,
They are all tied up.
Okay. All right. It's not going to change what I'm doing now, but I wanted to know for the future. Okay. I'm going to cast Bane.
Love the
I would like to cast it on the 2 soldiers between me and Brissia, and then Brissia as well. So I can do up to 3.
Okay, wonderful. Let me double check the spells on that to make sure we have that going properly.
Boop. It's a charisma save.
It is a charisma save. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay. I have the wrong page. Okay. I know what I'm doing. Okay, so Bane, it is a charisma 13. So let's roll a charisma save for 2 soldiers and Brissia. So for the soldiers, they are not very charismatic. That is okay. So these 2 over here, I assume the ones on the top row next to you, and then we'll roll for Brissia. Okay. You cast this Bane. What does it look like for you? What does your Bane spell look like as Callista?
So I did it on the boar last time, but basically Callista bites into her thumb with her sharp teeth, and just is gonna flick blood on each of them. Yes. And as it lands, it's like a golden shimmer that kind of falls onto their body.
All right, so you do this. You bite your thumb. You flick it, and they look at you for a second, and the 2 guards or the 2 soldiers look at you, and they're like, "Wait, what is she doing?" Oh god! And it's you just are able to fling it. They don't see this coming fast enough, and you hit both of them. They both are baned, and I'm gonna put sad faces on them so that you can see how baned they are. The one over in the one over here, Bricia, you hit her, and she just, you hit her, and she grimaces a little bit. As if I haven't been waiting for you. And you have the rest of your action.
All right, well, that is my action, and I will bonus action Bardic Inspiration to, let's see, who's near? Let's give it to Cray.
Okay. Krarin, you have Bardic Inspiration. Absolutely perfect. Krarin, I'll put a token on you to signify it. Is there a music token? There isn't, but I will give you a...
Sorry.
I'll give you a muscle token. And you have inspiration from Callista's animal companion. Let's see. This soldier's turn. Okay. This soldier does not like Callista at this moment. Dives forward. He's going to move through and attack her. He is going to... He gets 2 hits. Let me calculate that. And let me check your armor class. Oh, tonight's starting fun.
Don't forget the Bane.
Yeah. 1d4, correct? Is that correct? Let me
Sorry,
double check.
yes.
Okay. With the Bane calculated, he slashes at you. He swings at you. His first hit, slashing you across the side. He does 9 points of damage with his first hit. With his second one, he swings and just misses you. Like, he's got like this. He has this complete dead-on shot. Like, you're in pain. He's caught you off guard. He goes to drive through, and it misses you. It goes right past your ear, and he's as confused as you are, because he thought that was a hit. Which is to say that the Bane was the reason he missed. And what was it? Proteus's turn. Proteus's turn. He is going to... Let's see. Let me double check something on my side about Proteus real fast. Okay.
Ben, I'm gonna roll concentration check.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Wow, you want to do another spell? Proteus reaches out and just looks at Callista and looks at Krarin and just goes, "Save Versi. Save her." And he reaches out on behalf of the oracle he serves. He gives you both a blessing with his blessed spell. That is his action, and he does not move any further because he is in a very bad spot. What was it? Ismene just goes, okay, Ismene, this is what you're ready for. And she lets out she like takes a deep breath, and then she just lets out this gentle note that just, same as with the boar, moves through the room, letting you know that whatever else happens, one of the attendants of the temple of the oracle is on your side, and therefore the oracle herself is on your side. You all receive the Song of Heroism, and you can all re-roll 1 die roll until Ismene's next turn. And she goes, okay, that being said, and she just backs up a minute behind one of the walls. She goes, okay. Anyway, and she resumes singing. This one over by Krarin, will attack Krarin. Varen, you are a capable warrior.
As long as I don't die.
That's a fair request. He slashes at you. His first hit misses as you just deftly jump aside. His second hit hits, does 6 points of damage to you as he cuts into you. And he just looks at you and almost snarls. It's like the complete opposite of banter. He just snarls at you.
I snarl back.
He just did not expect that part on his side. What was it? Kiki, it's your action.
All right, so what I'm going to do, Kiki is going to go into a rage, and she's going to jump on this altar and make her way to this soldier right in front of me here.
Okay. The one to the left?
Yes. Not yet, the one to my left. To Kiki's
Absolutely
left.
perfect. Roll your attack roll. Let's do that.
All right. And that's going to be a 22 to hit.
Let me see if 22 hits a basic foot soldier. It does. That works. Please roll for damage on your Rage Great Axe.
I did click it. It doesn't seem to be doing anything for some reason. And then 5. And I don't believe that it took into account my rage, so that would be +2, so 7.
7, okay. What was I gonna say? So yeah, you roll up. You swing your great axe and you bring it down. You're on top of the altar, right? So you just swing it as you're swinging it. You're in your frothing sea rage and you're jumping up there. And Ismene is just no, like trying to watch you do this as you swing down and your axe, and yeah, you rip into this guy. Yeah, he takes 7 points of damage. What was it? Okay. I'm double checking something real fast. Okay. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
I'm just going to go ahead and go like this with my hand and flick a clump of wet seaweed at him. Just for flavor.
He's like, oh! And it's like there's a moment where he kind of thought it was going to be like the blood. And he's like, oh, it's seaweed. Okay.
And that's it.
His turn. He looks at you and just dives at you. And I'm going to say he attacks as well. Let me double check something on my end. Yeah, I'm going to roll his attack roll. That is definitely not a hit. He swings at you. You knock that aside, and he just looks at you. And this is the guy who just got seaweed thrown at him, and also just it's him with seaweed chopped with an axe. And then he missed with his. And you just look at him, and you see him just wildly reevaluating his life choices at this exact moment. But that is his whole action. What was I going to say? Oh, interesting. Okay. This other one, see, I got more notes. And I'm really glad that we're not using my screen for the fight. Okay, so this other one over here dives forward. He swings his short sword at Callista. He swings, and he misses wide. Like, hold on, wait 1 second. Let me double check how much he misses. Really bad. He rolls a total of 3, all things considered. He swings, and you just easily knock this aside with your own weapon, and he's just like, I got a sword. You got blood on me. Like, just trying to come up with some sort of excuse. What was it? That is his whole action. It is Bracia's turn. Let me double check something here. Okay. She is going to. She looks at all of you, and she looks at Callista, and she just takes the bit of blood on her that was thrown on her that she doesn't want to deal with, and she just and holds out her hand to you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
And I can add bless to that, right?
Yes, you can.
Okay, and that's a D4. Is that right? D4 for bless? Okay. Okay. So that's dexterity saving throw?
Yes.
So it's 23.
Yeah, 23 works on this level 2 fight scene. Yeah, that works. So you start when she does this, you see these fires, these pure white fires floating around your head or above your head, and then they start to close in. But you just definitely move out of the way in time, picking up what she was doing. You dodge the sacred flame, and she just looks at you, goes, and yeah, having no preference otherwise, she makes her way towards the one who threw blood at her. Crayrin, it is your action.
Okay.
Control your aggro.
Okay, so I would like to go and hit this guy that's in front of me here.
All right, go for it.
And I will go and hit him with my quarterstaff first.
All right.
Bam!
Roll 21 absolutely hits. Roll your damage roll.
Okay. I have too many things up.
That's fair.
There we go. Here we go.
Is it one-handed or two-handed?
One-handed.
All right, so you hit him for 7, and you just immediately knock him wide. Like, you and Kiki have both hit these people for 7, and they are both just the one that Kiki's fighting is very already got cut up, like huge rip in their armor. The one that you're with, it's like they're heavily armored. I mean, soldiers are, especially in this day and age. But you just knock him right in the head, and you can see the trauma that's forming. But you have the rest of your turn as a monk, I believe.
Oh yeah, so I'm gonna go use my bonus action to hit him with my fist.
All right, roll for fist.
All right, my fist will hit with a.
God damn, 23. All right, roll for damage.
23. Well, it's better than it was last game, let me tell you.
4.
So 4 damage.
So you strike. So this guy just snarled at you. You strike at him. He snarled at you. You snarl back. He's like, wait, what? And just like hit him like real fast. And just like in a moment, he just looks like falls over.
Woohoo!
Just completely unsure of what the F just happened. But that is the turn, the whole round, unless you want to move a little bit.
Oh yeah. 1, 2. I can't go from like say this spot to this spot near Proteus, right? Like this guy's in the way.
Yeah, you would have to do like a contested move to like do that. Like he'd be able to stop you maybe.
Damn. Okay, well, I'm just gonna go right beside this fellow and try to beat the crap out of him like Kiki did.
Hell yeah.
That ends my turn.
All right, Euphemian, I believe it is all you, buddy.
All right. So this table, or
Altar.
I assume it's like an altar or dais, that sort of thing. Is it a solid thing?
It's Kiki standing on it.
But like a full 3-dimensional solid.
Yes.
If I,
Where are you going
for
with
instance,
this? I do not trust you.
Well, what I'd like to do is to come out here or so. If I'm really having troubles with this, the lighting here, it really does not want to let me move. I'm trying to get over to this square here.
Let me disable the movement thing. Let me just disable that right now. Wait, did it just refresh something for you guys? Let me just... there we go. You can move more freely now. Where do you want to go?
There we go. So if I move here, would I be able to Burning Hands to hit him, and her without also torching the commoner.
Let me see exactly what I've got on Burning Hands. Also, you bastard. But let me see. 15-foot cone. What was it? So yeah, I think you would be able to do that. I'm gonna move your character for a second. I think you'd be able to do that if you went here.
Okay.
I think, yeah.
All right.
Is
Then I
someone
will...
else looping music? Because it sounds like it's playing twice. Oh, I think it was just stuck on something.
Again, it's probably coming through from the from my system,
Okay.
from my stream. I may have to kill the stream and then restart it in order to stop doing that.
Yeah, you might need to, because I think it's echoing sounds or something, because I'm
Okay.
hearing things twice. Anyway, go ahead. So Burning Hands is a dex saving throw?
Yes, dex
correct?
saving throw from all of them.
Okay.
DC 13.
God damn it. Okay. Yeah, I was hearing a lot of the music twice, I was realizing.
And when I do this, I'm going to take out my scroll, as I have been. I'm going to say, I think we're going to change this one up, Bib. And you can see the glyphs on the scroll start physically changing themselves around. And I'm going to use my class feature to change this from fire to force damage.
Oh shit. Okay. Let me know when you fix the thing so I can turn the music back on. But what was I gonna say? You throw out this hands with the glyphs changing the nature of your magic. Oh, I see what was happening. Yeah, you got to mute that. That's what was happening. Okay.
Yeah, I think that might be it.
Okay. So you throw this. Thank you all for bearing with us while we did that. I'm gonna play the music. Did you restart it? I'm gonna.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we should be good.
Okay. So they throw out the you throw out this. I believe if I do this right, roll for damage before I narrate the rest of this.
Okay. That is not fantastic.
That is 5 damage. That is great. Okay. You can re-roll any one roll because of Ismin's blessing.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna re-roll that one because forget that one. That is crap.
Okay.
Where's my dice?
You rolled 2 ones. You rolled a 1, a 1, and a 3. That's amazing.
Yeah. Come on, where does it roll? So replace one of those ones with a
7,
4.
8. So that's 8 damage total. So he throws out. You hit this. It's like each of them getting hit with like this magical force of a gut punch hitting each of them, knocking them back. So let me see. It is 8 damage here, 8 damage to Brisa, who, for all of her bravado, just and clearly is more damage than she was planning to take today. She's not down, but she is on her way out completely, and you realize just how much of what she was doing was just pure pomp. You know what I mean? And what was it? That, let me see. And that hits them. And then the last one, I think that they dodge in time. That they only take. You did 8 damage, so they would take 4. Let me add that to them. As soon as this loads. Why is it not? Okay. There we go. Yeah, and then the one that Callisto's fighting takes 4 damage. Those two are both completely on their way down. That was a very powerful spell that did a lot really effectively to them. So, what was I going to say? Callista, it is your action, I believe, unless you had a bonus action they wanted to do.
Nothing specific. Just to confirm, did they, on their save, did they get baned?
All of that was calculated properly.
Okay.
So, Callista, it is your action.
Woo, okay. So, I'm gonna look at the guy who said, but sword. And I'm gonna go, oh yeah, sword! And I'm gonna hit him with my rapier.
I don't like like that. I didn't like where that was going. Roll your attack roll.
Ah!
I don't like what's
I'm gonna re-roll that. That was a natural one.
Ooh,
That was a natural one, but I'm gonna re-roll it.
okay. Perfect.
Thanks is mean. And I can add bless to that, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So that's a total of 19 to hit.
19 absolutely hits. Roll for damage.
Okie dokie. What is that? Where's
One
my
D8
I don't have my
plus 3.
D8? What the heck, dude?
I'll save you.
I just don't have. I didn't take my D8 out of my dice
I'll
bag.
I'll save you some time. Save you some
Oh, it's
time
an 8.
because you run.
It's 11.
It wasn't. It was an 11.
It was 11.
So
Yeah,
much
I rolled
fuck
an
you.
8.
So much fuck you. You run the rapier through this guy, and just immediately he's just sword, and he just falls onto yours, and then is gone. You have your bonus action and anything else you want to do.
I'm going to bonus action. You know what? Euphemian just did me a pretty big solid. I'm gonna go ahead and give him some bardic inspiration.
All right, what do you say to him?
I'm gonna say that was absolutely incredible and super sexy.
All right, that is one.
Bardic inspiration.
And it was incredible and super sexy. So you also get. I'm going to give you the empowerment symbol for also being bardically inspired. This guy. You know what?
I think you hit the wrong guy there.
No, he's good. He's bardically. He intercepted it. He's got a lot of. He's got a lot of confidence.
That guy is not sexy.
How dare you?
Absolutely not.
He attacks you. Okay.
He already attacked me, dude.
Yeah. Well, guess what? Let me see. What's your armor class? Yeah. Hold on.
Oh yeah, no, I'm probably dead now.
Calling him not sexy. Let me see. He is going to. I'm trying to fix this. He swings at you with his sword, and then. Yes, he swings at you with his sword. Haha, calculating damage. He swings at you with his sword, and there's a moment where he sees himself just driving this sword down your side, just completely slashing into you. But that's not what happens, because in a moment he realizes he missed again, and he looks at the sword, and he's like lots of confusion noises. 100%.
Oh, thank you,
because of the
past
bane.
me.
Because of the bane. What was it? Proteus's turn. Proteus's turn. Is going to. He is going to turn and he's going to. I'm gonna have to narrate it, or I have to roll dice before I actually go ahead with it. Let me double check something. Dang. He whispers something, and with his roped hands, he whispers something, and then flings a hand out to the soldier that Kiki is fighting. Kiki and Craren are fighting, and then as he does, these fires start to form around, and the soldier just steps back. The fires miss, and they're just not able to aim with how weakened he is. And the soldier just looks at Proteus like, "Come on." Ismin's action. Ismin, yeah, she's going to keep the song going. She is also going to move this way to be a little closer to the action, but still not near any soldiers. She's keeping the song rolling, so you guys can re-roll. Kiki, it is your action. What you got?
I'm gonna go ahead and I see what's been going on over there with Callista, so I'm just gonna look at the soldier that's in front of me here.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna like hiss at him, and then I want to go ahead and kind of just run to this end of the altar and then take a swing at this soldier here.
All right, roll attack roll at that one. Okay, so the other one, the one that you attacked, that you hissed and ran from, he does get an attack of opportunity. So let's do that real fast.
Mm-hmm.
He swings, and okay, I'm gonna say he swings, and hits the altar, slamming the sword into the altar, and just like a big chunk into it, and just as he hits it, just sort of looks guiltily at the Proteus and the Commoner as he realizes that he slashed into that, and that's all he does. So it's your action against this other guy.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take a swing at him, and that is a 20
Yeah,
total, not natural.
we were never friends. Roll for damage.
Oh dear. Oh my god. 4, and then plus my 2 for rage, so 6.
6. Okay, so you slash into him. Yeah, he is just his plan was to drive a sword into Callista. He had that plan. He visualized it. He hit it, and that's not how that was supposed to go. Is the very last thing he ever thinks.
Oh.
As he falls to the floor. That leaves one soldier and Brisa, whose name I keep changing how to say, left. Is there anything else that you want to do?
Nope, that's it.
All right. This soldier, the one that chopped it, he's going to, he's gonna do what he can do. He's gonna slash at Krarin. Krarin, do you have an exceptionally small armor class for no particular reason? Because if not, that missed.
Yeah.
He swings. He swings. You just weave out of the way of that. Just reflexively, there's nothing for him to do or land on that one. Brace's attack, I'm gonna say. Brisa is going to step back. No, she can't. She is in a bad spot. She is going to place her hand. Yeah, she's going to place her hand on her own chest and just say, Sidon, I do this for you. Looks at you and you see her eyes light up again with strength renewed. She casts Cure Wounds on herself. Krarin, it is your action.
Okay, so this guy here, when he slammed his sword into the table, is he kind of just stuck there right now?
Well, he swung at you, but you dodged him very easily. So.
Oh, that's right. Damn it. Okay. All right. So, again, I'm going to take my quarterstaff and hit him.
Do it.
I'm going to bonk him on the top of his head.
All right, then you want to re-roll that? That was a
I
natural
am
one.
re-rolling that crap. All right, here we go.
You also have Bless and Bardic.
Oh, that's right.
7
Plus Bless. And then, what was Bardic again?
plus 1d6.
That's a D6.
So you get a 1d4 and a 1d6.
Okay. Hang on. So 1d4. Oh, 2. This is gonna suck. And 4. So 7, 8, 9, 13.
That is not enough to hit.
Damn it!
As you burn up your bardic inspiration, you swing and what was it? You hear this slight lilt, the slight drop in Ismin's song as she just sort of looks at you and watches you like have every blessing and still miss. This slight bit
I
of
know.
sympathy.
It's gonna suck. So I'm gonna take my bonus action and try to hit him in the face.
I do that. Yeah, that's great. That absolutely hits. Roll for damage.
Thank goodness.
Keep laughing, buddy.
That's right. It all depends on the damage, right?
So for
Or
Forgiveness.
damage.
so he's you miss with literally every blessing possible, and he just sort of laughs at you and just and then just falls over.
Can I like pinch his nose while he's doing that? Like I punch him in the face and then I like use his nose to put him down.
Sure, absolutely you can add that. Do you want to
Yeah.
move at all?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I want to go, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm gonna go right up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right up to her face.
All right, you make
But
your
I'm
way.
not looking at her.
You make your way past them. Callista. Oh no, it's Euphemian's action. Sorry.
So we're back up to me. I guess I'll move over here, and I don't have a lot of other options, so I'm going to go ahead and Ray of Frost.
All right. Shoot Ray of Frost. Let's make that happen. 18 absolutely hits. Would you do me a favor and roll for damage on your Ray of Frost?
I'm
2.
gonna re-roll.
All right. You roll. You shoot this Ray of Frost. Hit her while she's praying. Hit her square in the chest where her hand is. And she just. She is not dead. You hit her for exactly as much as she healed by, completely negating the cure wounds. Is there anything else that you'd like to do?
Just to confirm, that'll also reduce her speed by 10 feet.
Sure, why not?
In case that's a factor.
It really is deeply not at this point, but please continue. Callista, it's your action.
All right. Well, I've already got my sword out. Let's do it.
All right, roll for an attack roll.
So I will move myself first, and then I'm gonna roll to hit her with my bless.
Wonderful.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'll take that. All right. That's 22,
20,
right?
I think
13
I
plus
think
5,
that
18
hits.
plus
Yeah, I think
4
that
is
hits.
22. All right, and then it's 1d8 plus 3, I think. Hang on, let me check. Yeah.
Can you even
boop.
do
That's
enough
5.
damage or a low enough roll to
So
not
that's-
kill her?
Oh, should I do non-lethal? Like I could knock her out
Not kill her.
instead of going for a killing blow. That's what I was gonna just say. Like I thought you were ready for us, and then that's 8 points of damage.
That just seems unnecessarily antagonistic. So you do 8 points of damage. You hit her. Is this a lethal blow or a knockout blow?
Anybody got any cares, or should I just do what I want to do?
You don't got time to discuss it. You just got it. You're
All
striking.
right, lethal.
All right.
Lethal.
So you take the sword, right?
I can heal her.
So you take the sword, strike through, and you hit her, and you just see all of like the bravado and swagger she had when she was bullying Proteus. Just truly the quintessential bully until someone hits back. As just like her face just, and she falls forward onto her knees, looks at you, and she starts to say a word with an S. And then she collapses to the floor, defeated. We are going to turn off the music for a second. You are out of combat. She is dead.
Can I loot her?
Absolutely, you can. Are you doing that right now?
If you let me, I'm not sure.
I can't stop you.
Okay.
All right.
Investigation, yeah?
Roll investigation.
Cray, as I run past, I want to run past Cray and high five.
Okay.
Is that okay? While she's doing that? Or
Okay,
he's doing that?
Yeah, so just immediately slice this person, stab this person, eviscerate them. They fall to the floor. It's all clockwork. Just stab, knees, floor, thump, Crayon. Just like runs right over, just immediately looting the body before most people have processed that the fight is over.
Well, that's what he likes to do, if you know what I'm saying.
I don't know what you're saying, and I don't want a clarification. You are looting it, and Ismene just stops singing for a second and goes, I mean, it's your story, but, I mean, my friends? And she's
I'm
sort of...
going to go
Okay, what's up?
and start helping the various priests and whatnot up
Alright, so you
if
start...
they're not.
Yeah, I was gonna untie Proteus, but if
Yeah.
is she talking about them, the people we
Yes.
just fought?
No, she's talking about the people... She's talking about the people that were hostages.
Oh, okay.
Like... You guys were in a situation to, like, save her friends that are, like, being held hostage, and Craven's like, oh, thank God, the loot's okay. So Ismene is just like, okay. So Ismene is just sort of uncomfortably writing the next part of the story down on the scroll. Craven, I will tell you, since you did search, since you did take it first, the first thing that you find, I'm gonna fix my lighting. The first thing that you find is a medal that is literally a bronze symbol, like a necklace, underneath her shirt, that does depict a raging storm at sea. You do not need to roll a religion check. You would immediately know this is a symbol of someone extremely devout to Sidon, the Titan of the Storms. I'm going to remove the initiative order. I guess we don't need to read. I guess we don't need to share the screen for a little bit while we're doing this. It'll help us, but I don't think the viewers need it. You have that. Do you want to do anything with it before I get back to what everybody else does?
I'm not sure because that's the only thing that I find on her so far.
On her, yes.
Okay.
Well, actually, you know what? Let me say. Yeah, no, that's something you'd find on her.
Okay. So I guess now when I'm, done looking at that, I grab it and then I stuff it in my pouch and I look around and I see everybody else helping. So I guess I was like, I guess I'll do it too, and I'll help people too.
All right, you start to untie people. If I have this right, Callista was the first one to Proteus. So you untie Proteus, and he just looks and just, oh, okay. Are you okay?
Thank you for the blessing back there. I'm fine. I don't want to say I'm great, but I'm fine.
Are you hurt? You froze up. Your camera froze
down,
up.
like,
oh, her.
Oh shoot! I've been better at look down where I'm looking.
Allie, Allie, your everything went bad. Your video chat froze up. Thank you all for coming to the stream. I'll see you next week. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can touch bases with her. Allie, we cannot hear you. Okay, I guess we'll come back to her. I don't know what else to do with that. So, is there anything else that you...
Sorry, you can... No.
Oh, you're still frozen. You're still frozen. Okay, no, you're better now. You're not frozen. Do you want to try and speak? Because you're muted right now. Nope, she's gone. Okay, we're just going to...
go on to something else.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So, what was I going to say? What was I going to say? So, what did Euphemian and Kiki want to do? Kiki, you would be going out of a rage in a second, unless you wanted to strike somebody else.
No. I don't. It doesn't look like anybody's trying to whack at us with any weapon. So no, I'll jump down off of the altar, and I don't know. Is that directly up above me? Is that a commoner? Does he need any helping?
You find him. He's tied up. He is a commoner.
Okay.
I would say that it is. He is a pretty beat up, but he's not in danger of dying or anything like that. When you look at all of them, it's very obvious that all of them have been roughed up quite a bit, but not actually killed here. Once again, and so you want to untie them, and they look at you and they just go, "Thank you. I don't know what happened." And then he just sort of thinks for a second. She goes, "Versi, you've got to save Versi."
Where is she?
He looks over in the I'm peeing over it is on the map, but he looks for everyone else's. He looks to the left behind the altar and the statues and goes, she's downstairs. She's in her quarters. They're keeping her
Are
there.
there any more of them?
I think so. This happened really quickly. They've been here for a day or so. They ambushed us. There's a lot of people there, but I don't know how many.
Should we
that's
short
okay.
rest at all, or should we just go?
If we could, that would do me some well. I'm running out of powerful spells. It would give me at least a chance to improve one.
You see the worry on their eyes. Not that they necessarily know what you should be doing right now. They are very overwhelmed. But the response to they were being held hostage. The oracle they serve is down there being held hostage. They are very worried at the prospect of arrest. This isn't to say no, just to say the reactions of the characters around you. And Proteus just goes, I could heal somebody if they're hurt.
I think the only one who took any harm was Callista.
Yeah.
I took a little bit of damage, but then at least if we are more full with our powers and our energy, then I feel that we can do better. But I mean, I leave it to the group.
Miss Callista, if I may.
Absolutely.
And he stands up, and he's clearly, like, when you stand, like, he hasn't used his legs in, like, hours, maybe longer, and you can tell, like, it's a pain, and he just stands up and stretches his shoulder, or, loosens his shoulder, and then reaches over and goes, okay, just... And he places his hand on your shoulder, and you feel the affirmation of the servant of the oracle, of a place that, aside from this horrible incident, genuinely just wants to give knowledge and guidance. And you feel that support rushing through you. You heal 8 hit points entirely.
That is almost 100%.
And
Thank you so much.
He goes, thank you. You're welcome. He goes, may I know your name?
I'm Callista.
Thank you, Callista.
Of course. And you're Proteus, right?
Yes. Ismene steps over. She walks over with the scroll, writing on a scroll, and she looks up and she goes, "It's me, Ismene." Looks at Proteus, and Proteus just goes, "Oh, hi." She's hello, and just like resumes writing. And he looks at her, like tilts his head for a second, and then looks at the rest of you.
You said the Oracle was being held hostage. Is she actively in danger? Or do you think that they have... I mean, I think I heard Bracia... How do you say her name?
We're going to go with Bracia. Yeah, whatever.
Okay. I think I heard them say they needed to keep her alive.
He said they were not to harm her, but they weren't stopped from doing anything else. And you think about... What was that?
I was just going to ask, did they say what they want, what they're here for?
And he says, They said that Bracia said that that Helica had orders to make sure that nobody spoke to the Oracle. And Ismin's eyes go wide as she looks up. She goes, "Oh, did they now?" Is just her only reaction.
If
So-
all the commoners are out of danger, has Cray sort of rolled all of the soldiers, or I'd like to see if I can find, whatever's on them, see if there's any
Cray, would
effects.
you have just been looting this whole time? You're muted.
Well, I think that after he got the medal and stuffed it into his pocket, he probably helped like one person out and then just continued looting.
Okay.
It's like, yeah, okay, I helped. I've done my. Okay, let's go.
Okay. Then I would say I will put it this way. Let me divide it in quarters. Crayron, you would have found, searching amongst the different soldiers, it becomes rapidly obvious that they were looting all of the gold that was offered here, all the gold from the other people. Bracia might not have had much stuff, but their pockets were heavy. You find 75 silver and 20 gold. Euphemian, you find 5 gold and 25 silver. So combined, that's 25 gold and 100 silver. Going through
Is
their
this
pockets.
something we would see happen? Like Kiki and I would assume we would see this happening, right?
Yeah, you would see this. Proteus and the other attendants at the temple are just not even processing it. Like, that is the least of their concerns. But you guys can see that.
Isn't that much of a dick, so he'll like leave the silver pieces and the half of the gold pieces, but he wants to keep the rest of it.
What was it? So what else did you guys want to do? What is everybody doing?
No other information on these, just the gold?
You look through, you don't see, no, they literally just have their armor and the gold that they've stolen in bags that they brought. These people, with what they have on them, they were prepared to do nothing but to loot this temple and kill anybody that didn't think they should loot this temple.
I'm gonna say that I was watching Cray as she was looting the bodies, and what I see him putting in his pockets, it's like, you realize you're taking that from the gods, right? These are people's offerings to the gods.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Hey, we're helping saving this temple and the oracle. We gotta get paid.
And I don't want the gods pissed at us.
Fine, I give back 5 gold.
Amazing.
Ismin looks at you and goes, I guess that's okay.
While everyone's doing that, I'm gonna lean into Proteus and I'm gonna be like, so, who's Helica?
And he just grimaces. He just says, he just process it for a second. The gossip tone of it all, and says, this wretched sea hag just came in, led these guards, led these beasts of men, and just said that they had business with the Oracle. We were in no position to stop them, but if I'd known how horrible it would have been, I might have tried at least a little bit more than that.
So, like, scarier than everybody else here, right?
And you just see him just sort of groan at that.
Is she here?
Downstairs with the Oracle. And Ismin just goes,
If that's the case, I do think that we should be in as good a fighting condition as we possibly can. I don't think that rushing down there will do us any good. potentially get us killed.
And
Can't help the Oracle if we're dead.
Ismene looks at you kind of shocked, just goes, that makes sense. That makes sense. As she's sort of thinking about it herself. What was it?
And to be clear, I will be giving the gold back as well.
Okay, so how much gold is everybody keeping combined?
I'm not keeping any of it.
I'm keeping 5 gold.
5 gold and giving everything else back?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you guys can take a short rest. Is there anything else
I will do that.
What's it?
And I will use my arcane recovery as part of that.
All right.
Cray, if you're using any of your hit dice during your short rest,
I'll
just quietly pull out my dulcimer and play a really peaceful tune. And we can do Song of Rest, which will give you an extra d6. I don't know if you'll need it, but
okay, let's do it. That's awesome. Thank you.
And Ismene just goes, okay, well, I guess if we're okay. And then when you start playing music, she goes, okay, well, I guess we may as well do this right. And she starts singing with you. Start singing. She's boosting the Song of Rest. It's an extra 1d6, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that because of her talents combined with your talents, I'm gonna say that it's a 1d8 in this instance for everybody.
Instead of a d6?
Yeah.
During all this, Kiki's sitting there, her knee is bouncing impatiently. She's looking all around. She's looking at the watch she's not wearing. Come on.
Oh,
she's itching to get back to it.
Same. All right.
So you guys,
I'm full.
And Euphemian, what is this ability that you're using? I was not familiar with it.
Arcane recovery. As part of a short rest, I can recover half my level's worth of spell slots.
Oh, so you just get 1 extra spell?
Yep.
Oh, okay, that works. So you guys rest for a while. And Ismene just goes, and as she puts it down, and she starts as the song's winding down, she's okay. And as danger writhed below, the heroes did heroically sit. And she puts, she looks at, I don't know how else to say it. I said
that we're
marshal
preparing
their forces, dear.
That's
gentle repose. Come on.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, make it sound a little better.
Okay. And she writes down more of the notes. And what was it? Anyway, yeah. So after a while, Proteus, while you guys are resting, Proteus and some of the other some of the other attendants walk around. They walk towards the back area, open some of the doors. Let me see real fast. You hear them opening the doors. They come back. Over the next hour, they place 3 other bodies over here by where Proteus was. And it just, what was it? And you realize as they're doing this, that these are the other attendants that were killed before you all even got here. And they're just laying them out and saying their prayers, saying one last goodbye to them. While you're having your rest, they're giving them their final rest.
Then in that case, I want to make my song sad.
Okay. Yeah, so a song of mourning and a song in honor of the people that you will be avenging, presumably, and that fell serving this oracle. An hour passes. Let me see. An hour passes, and you guys have healed, and Ismene is just writing, and it's been a sometime later, and she is just there, marshaling their forces, gathering their strength. They did not know what danger lay below, what horrors beneath the temple, but they would be ready. Hold on. They would be prepared for any fell for. And she's just gone from like I don't know how to phrase this to like she is on like the 200th word of the most epic sit you guys have ever had. But I was gonna say, so it's anybody's action at this time.
Before we
No.
head down, can I just encourage the commoners, like, to leave if there's another way out? Sorry to interrupt you.
Jen, I think you want to say. I'll address that second. I just want to say, Jen, did you want to say anything?
Yeah.
No, I just was gonna say that I think that we were gonna go right away right after we finished our rest. But yeah, that's pretty smart there, Cal.
So
There was one other thing, if I may. Just at some point during the rest, I would like to just ask this Brysa. Do we know who she was? Aside from apparently a disciple of Sidon.
Ismin goes, well, I never heard of her. I mean, she might have. No. And Proteus just says, I have no idea who she was. She just came in. Just with her soldiers. Sometimes these groups that worship Sidon, the leaders of the gangs can be religious types, because those are the types that would be most in tune with his orders. But I have no idea who she was. Do you think she was part of something else?
I have no idea. But if we knew anything about her, it might give us some clue as to where she may have come from. Perhaps if there were more of her kind lurking about. Waiting, perhaps.
Because they haven't hidden any secrets from us. I think that besides anybody that went downstairs, I think these were the guards. And Ismin goes, also the cowards, she says, nudging her quill out to the entrance of the temple. Cowards. And Proteus.
All right, well,
Sorry,
shall we?
Proteus goes, I'll lead the others out. 1 second, let me double check that real fast. He goes, I'll lead the others out. Good luck to you. And let's see, who among you doesn't have dark vision? Real fast. Okay. Euphemian. Okay, so Proteus walks over to Euphemian and just says, that book, I hope it has the answers in there. And he puts his hand on the book, like, very respectfully. And then as he does, the book begins to shine and give off a light. And he gives you the light cantrip. This book is a light source for the next hour.
Okay.
And he just goes, all right.
Which, my spell scroll?
Was it?
My magic spell scroll?
Sorry, your spell scroll. Yeah, the one you've been. Sorry, I called it book. I apologize. But yeah, it's the spell scroll you've been using. And yeah, that counts as a light source. And he just turns those and goes, "Come, I suspect that." And he nods at Ismin and just says, "I suspect we'll know when we can come back." She goes, "Sure." And the other attendants follow him, and they walk out, going back down the path that you came, which is a very long ways to anywhere else, but better than being here. You all are in this place by yourself.
Not to narc on us, but I think all of our effects are expired.
Narc.
It goes and like looks at the rest, like takes all the stuff at the temple. No, I'm kidding.
So
now that they're gone.
I will say, now you guys are here, what you would have noticed is this area, during the rest, you would have had time to look it over, even if I wasn't specific on. This area would be, you see this this statue here, and then you see at the bottom, what was it? You see the bronze statue of Sidon there, and then in the waters below, there would be a bunch of coins and a bunch of bones from animals that were sacrificed before in the water. Just this is the primary place for worship from visitors to the temple, people traveling to see here. But it's anybody's action what you'd want to do.
Before we
ready to
leave,
go?
I would like to toss a gold in the fountain or the pool.
Okay. You toss the coin in there, and Ismi just sort of looks at you and gives you a small smile. Nothing else happens
Sorry.
this time. No problem.
Sorry, I think Tammy was talking.
Yeah, Tammy, did you want to say anything?
It was just Kiki was saying, "Are we ready to go now? Like, can we go?"
If you guys are going north or south? Because there's two ways around the walls, around the temple or the statue.
Well, they directed us north, right? So let's go north.
All right, so you would go north. I'll move you there too. You guys see a small door to the left that goes. It's smaller and it seems like it doesn't lead to like a bigger room. They did mention downstairs, so this might be just a path downstairs. But you also see that there is a hallway that goes south as well. What was it? You guys are over here. Yeah, you guys can open this door and that presumably goes downstairs, or you can go explore the top floor a little bit more.
I think
Let's
we've
go.
wasted enough time. Let's just go
Yeah.
downstairs and
Yep.
And are we trying to be like stealthy, or are we just heading down?
I don't think we'll make any exceptional noise. Certainly until we're obviously noticed to try to be stealthy.
All right, so you open the door. Who opens the door? A hand. Okay, Kiki.
Yeah, throw the barbarian at it.
Kiki, are you opening it carefully, or are you throwing it triumphantly forward?
I'm not gonna throw it open, but I'm gonna open it slowly, but like not super slowly, just normally.
You
normal.
open it, and you just hear the scritching behind you, and you just look, and you just turn back for a second. You just see Ismeen looking down the stairs and looking at you, and just like not stopping taking notes. And she goes, party order, right? And she leans back and sort of lets the four of you assemble. What was it? So Kiki, you're going downstairs. Kiki, I want you to make a religion check with advantage, but I want you to tell me what both of the results are.
Okay. Religion. That is 1 and a 7.
Ooh. Brutal.
I'm a -1 on religion.
You walk down the stairs. As you're walking down the stairs, just when you're walking down, you're fine. And then, who's in the back, by the way? Okay, Callista's in the back. So let me put it like this. As you guys are going down the stairs, Ismi just goes, huh. Doesn't even elaborate. Actually, what was it? I would allow anybody to roll a religion check in this case.
Yeah, not me.
With advantage or disadvantage or
Just
what?
Regular.
Regular. Okay.
Okay, I'll roll.
I will roll.
Not fantastic, but I know things. Apparently, I don't know things. That's a natural one.
That's
Hey,
Hey, I got a crit.
Cray.
Woohoo!
Craven.
Man, we're like opposite. You?
Craven, in order to access your natural 20, I would ask you to tell me about a time that Craven went to any temple.
I would
Probably
not
think
loot.
that and did loot, yeah. I would imagine that Cray, when he first got into the city, and he was, checking things out, he would probably go to one and Just try.
Okay. You've been to temples before. At a natural 20, you are aware that the main temple, like the main halls and stuff like this, are always decorated to honor at least one of the gods. Maybe there's one, maybe it's all 7. There's different approaches, but they're always focused on one. But then there's also like the lesser areas are always in honor of the lesser beings in service there. For example, if there's like a nymph that like runs this temple, then like the main hall might be to Kira, the god of music, but like the side halls would be like more dedicated to this nymph. Does that make sense what I'm saying? So at a natural 20, that's why like it clicks with you and nobody else. Whenever Ismi just goes, huh. Like she has like a weird thought for a moment, and then she like immediately forgets it, like ADD styles. And then, but it jogs your mind, and you look over. The door downstairs has Sidon's face on it. That is not how doors in temples work. At a 21,
Well,
you are the only one that realizes that that's strange enough. You're the only one that picks up on how unusual it is to have a moment to give it thought.
I think I would tell the rest of my group. I'll be like, guys, this isn't right. Well, I don't know why his face is on there. It shouldn't be that.
And Ismi just sort of tilts her head thinking for a minute, but doesn't say anything.
I'm just gonna forge on ahead because I've got my mind on getting this oracle that I don't have time to contemplate the decor. Kiki just wants to go.
Fair enough, so we're just going through the door?
I'm just unless someone says something to me, I'm not really paying attention to that. I'm just like focused on forging ahead.
Okay.
Could I take out my quarterstaff before she does that?
Well, she's doing it, so are you stopping her?
Oh.
You'd have to like literally.
Yeah,
okay.
I might stop her.
How?
Since just like put a hand on her shoulder, grab her by the shoulder, and then just sort of poke at the door with the quarterstaff and see if there's something unusual.
Okay.
See if it's maybe trapped or anything like that.
You press your quarterstaff against the door, and yeah, no trap goes off. You don't even hear anything. You don't even hear like the thunk of wood. There's no trap or anything.
Don't hear the thunk of wood.
No, you just press it against it, and then there's no reaction whatsoever.
Is it like a squishy door? Or is it solid? Does his quarterstaff stop at the door?
You've got a decent axe.
It stops.
Try giving it a whack.
Hold on. It stops. And before you pull it back... Hey, Allie. Before you pull it back... You can unmute if you have any thoughts.
No! Not again!
You feel it stuck. And then just the face of Sidon, the eyes open wide. And then wider, and then just... As the door reveals its shape, and you realize that, yeah, Euphemian, your quarterstaff is stuck inside this foul, disgusting mimic thing that once had the pretense of a door, but now has exactly what it wants
I have
out
been
of that situation.
Personally attacked.
In my other campaign, one of the first things, relatively speaking, that happened in the campaign was that Allie tried to open a door on her own, and this exact thing happened. And this is the second time that a canon, a pre-made story has involved her running into a door. This time it wasn't her.
Encountering a door mimic. Third session, both times.
No.
That's your luck, man.
But I was gonna say, we're gonna put on the action one more time, and then we are going to, as the mimic does not have much of an agenda beyond that, we are going to roll for initiative.
Shall I bring my screen back?
Yes, please. Where Where's my thing that I'm looking for? Okay,
For a
yes.
+2 on
Oh
initiative,
no, wait,
my
you
initiative
don't.
sucks.
You don't need to bring your screen back. I'm sorry, you don't need that for that because there's not going to be a lot of movement. There's
Okay.
not going to be a lot of movement on there. What was I going to say? What were you going to say, Tammy?
I was just saying that with my +2 to initiative, you'd think I'd roll better, but no, I always suck on my initiative. I got a 10 this time.
That is
Wow,
fantastic.
I'm before you? That's crazy.
Allie, what was it? 6.
We have completely switched. Our initiative orders have completely inverted from the last fight.
Euphemian is 14. Oh, Euphemian.
Oh,
sorry.
with the exception of Euphemian.
And Ismene is.
Oh my goodness. Should we like just call ourselves the inverse or something? Because we're always inverse. If somebody has a crit, somebody has a crit 1. Somebody,
That is the
Oh, I
opposite
don't
of
want
what
it.
you'd expect.
I don't want to jinx us. No. No.
Okay.
So yes, Euphemian, it is your action. Your quarterstaff is held. You can spend a strength action trying to pull it back, but that is up to you.
I'm not in love with that quarterstaff. I'll let it have it. Oh no, the mimic's armed.
As you just pull back, it is trying to like hack back the staff into itself. But anyway, it's your action.
I'm going to fire off a ray of frost.
All right. Yeah, roll that, and then I'm gonna say you can roll that with advantage because there's not a lot of places that it can go to dodge, and there's not a lot of ways you can miss. It's a door. So roll for that. 15, I believe 15 definitely hits. Roll for damage.
Sweet.
I'll remove you all down just here, just so that I have a better sense of range. Well, Euphemian, you would have touched it with the quarterstaff, so you would have been ahead. Yeah, 5 damage. So you hit it. You shoot with the ray of frost, and it just keeps. You hit it, and you see part of the inky slurpy thing take damage and take almost like frostbite along part of the door as it continues to just sort of ignore that and hack up and sort of like try and devour the quarterstaff as much as it can. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
I guess I don't suppose there's any way for me to get out of the way so that Kiki can potentially.
You can
do
move
some...
past people. Yeah, you can move past people. You just need their permission.
But I would need to move all the way back here.
Let me see.
Don't give him my permission. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, that's 25 feet. You can do that. You'd have to move. Yeah, you'd have to move like way the hell back, but you could.
I'll move back because I'm a wuss.
Okay.
Everybody takes a turn. Everybody get in queue. Take a turn.
I love
go to the back of the line.
What was it? 1 second, please.
You mean like a conga line?
Without the dancing part?
Without the dancing part. No. Cray is not dancing.
Hold on.
Give Callista time. We'll get you there.
Have so many regrets. Give me a moment. What was it? Yeah. Okay. You turn to leave, and you run. As you run the other direction, just and this slamming thing. The mimic reaches out part of the door, losing its the color and pretense of the door, slams into you. Not only hits you and latches onto you, the ooze and viscous slime wrapping around you. It wraps underneath and slams you up against the wall. It rolled a crit.
Oh, damn.
It latched onto you. You are grappled by it. And it did 18 points of damage.
I'm down.
You are down.
Down but not dead, yes?
Yes, Euphemian
Yes.
just completely slammed against both walls and unconscious just as quickly. Krayarin, it is your action. And Euphemian is down here for reference, but also I don't really mind someone moving on top of them at this moment.
Okay, well, since he's down, I'm just gonna go like, ugh,
I'm
then just go.
Euphemian, I moved you slightly out of range for a second. But yeah, you move over.
Okay.
You step above Euphemian very sensitively. And this thing's got its ooze on him. And part of it's just like devouring this quarterstaff. And then one of its eyes shifts and moves along the wall to look at you. Like, yeah, what are you going to do about it?
I'd be like, hey, and then punch with my. Well, first I'm gonna use my quarterstaff and like whack at it, and then I'm gonna punch it.
All right, roll your quarterstaff attack.
Let's see, quarterstaff. I got a 12. Damn it.
Let me see. 12 absolutely hits. Roll for damage.
Oh, sweet. Okay. 1d. So I rolled a 5.
What was it? You rolled a 5. So you hit it. You slam into it for 5 points of damage. When you do, you immediately feel your quarterstaff stuck in there as well. You can either spend your bonus action pulling the quarterstaff out, or you can do your attack.
Oh, I'm just gonna attack it. I'm like, we can get more of those, and then I'm just gonna smack it with my hand.
All right.
I'm probably gonna get stuck, but whatever.
So you roll your attack roll.
I rolled an 18.
Okay. 18 definitely hits. Roll for damage.
And that is a 4.
What was it? So you roll. So you hit it. You smack. What do you use? Like an elbow, a fist? How are you hitting it?
Well, I would imagine that I tried to hit it with my quarterstaff and it got stuck. So I just look at if the eye is looking at me, I try to hit the eye.
All right. You hit the eye. You punch the eye. Hit it for 4 points of damage. As you do, you feel your fist go in, and the eye and your fist goes past the eye as it spreads out, and you sink into it. Pull back, and yeah, your hand is now stuck. You are now attached to this thing.
God damn it!
What was it?
KK, help!
On its turn, it looks at you. Let me think. It looks at you. Lets the quarterstaff, both the quarterstaffs out of its mouth and its side. Those fall to the floor. As its mouth stretches out and just stretches at an impossible angle to try and bite into you with a now protruding mouth.
I want to step on it, but I'm not allowed.
I would strongly advise against that. What was it? Let me see. It bites at you, and as it does, you move to the side. You are still a monk. You are still incredibly good at getting out of situations, no matter how sticky one way or another. What was it? Let me check something real fast.
On the turn order.
What was it?
I only see 4 people on the turn order.
Did you roll initiative?
I did. I have a 10.
Oh, okay, then I forgot I made that mistake, and you will go next. Thank you for noticing that. Reed is off the turn order for right now. I will return him when he's learned his lesson. What was it? And that is the Mimic's turn. Kiki, it is your turn.
I'm gonna rage.
All right.
Fuck. I don't like
It's
this
from
door.
the sticky situation.
Ah.
That's because you stole the gold. Sticky hands. See what you get.
I roll my eyes at her. Just help.
Okay, so in a rage, I am pissed at this thing. It's stopping me from getting to my objective, and it's hurting my friends. I want to go ahead and try and take a giant swing at it.
Okay.
18.
Okay, and you're in a rage, you said?
I am missing rage.
18 definitely hits. Are you with your great axe? Roll
Yes,
for
it is.
damage.
Where's my mouse? There it is. 13 plus my rage 2, so 15.
Okay. I'm gonna look exactly how this works. Okay, so you do 15 points of damage.
Uh-huh.
Fuck that. Okay, sorry. I mean, good job. You hit it with 15 points. You slam into it. You rip into it so hard that you are able to. You hear it like hiss and screech, this high screech, as it lets go of Kraren's hand and lets go of everything as you pull the axe back easily. You have the rest of your turn.
Well, I only have one attack per turn, so I'm gonna say you're gonna regret that, and that's it.
What was it? Okay, what was it? And then on Ismin's turn, it goes, okay, this is not what I was. Okay, focus, and she starts humming and then singing and finding her rhythm as she sings this song of dedication, a song of perseverance, a song of not dying even though you just got slammed into two separate walls. This is a song of perseverance. Whenever you go to 0 hit points, there is a chance you will go to 1 hit point instead. It is not retroactive. So Euphemian's still down, but when that happens, what was it? Ismin looks at Callista, sort of still singing, but like tilting her head towards Euphemian, like trying to like make a message clear. And then what was it? Euphemian, on your turn, I'm going to roll for your death saving throw.
Wait,
Okay. What's up?
didn't he went first in the initiative, so
Oh, that's true.
I should get to go before that, yeah?
That is correct. I apologize. I don't know how rules work. Callista, go.
No, all good.
I'm just a DM.
This is why you don't pull people off the initiative tracker. I mean, I'm gonna cast. If I can get in, I want to cast Cure Wounds.
I would say, yeah, you could. I'll let you
like
in
it's.
there.
I know it's crowded.
It is
Okay.
crowded, but I will let you in there because of all the ways that I want to kill you, I don't want you to die of Hall. That would be pretty shitty. So
yeah, yeah. All I have to do is get a hand on him. Like it don't have to actually like.
Yeah.
Like if I can just like squeeze my arm in between and just touch him.
If I could get in, yeah, roll 1d8 plus 3.
I'll try and like kind of nudge him and push him with my foot a little bit towards her.
Perfect.
I love that.
Move the garbage bag.
Damn it! All right. That's fine. That's fine. This is fine.
What'd you get?
Okay, I got 3 plus 3, so that's 6 points to you.
Okay, let me.
You were back up. I'm sorry, I didn't do more.
What was it? Oh, it does just snap you back on the track. That's amazing. I don't know where to put everybody right now. Okay, I'm gonna put them there. Then. It's a shifting puzzle. Yeah, we're just gonna do it like this way. That just seems best for everybody. I know I'm fudging the rules. I don't like this whole. Euphemian, yeah. She touches
Do
you.
I? Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I have more I want to do, but can I try to grab his hand and use my movement to like pull him out of there?
That's allowed.
Or was I not able to get enough to do that?
That's allowed. Euphemian, are you going to allow her to pull you?
Yes.
Good. So basically.
So he's not still grappled.
No. So Euphemian, you remember turning to leave because you knew that it was a dangerous spot to be. You remember something touching your back. The greatest agony you have experienced in your entire life, and then you successfully moving back the 15 feet you tried to, and not really being aware of what happened between those moments, except that you were definitely right. It was too dangerous to be there.
I'm the greatest.
Yeah. Everything else is completely blacked out.
This weak, tiny satyr, just like, ah!
Well,
Come
that's okay.
on!
That's 6 hit points.
Barely curing you.
That still puts me
Yeah.
at half.
I love
So
how like we're all tiny and we're all short except for Euphemian. So
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm playing I'm DMing another campaign where everybody is like a halfling or a gnome or something, and we just found it. We never thought about it until that session, but no one in the group is above 5 feet, and we were just like, oh. And it was like I had idly described a lock without thinking. I described a lock as being 5.5 feet above the ground, and then all of them did a head count, and we're like, this counts as a puzzle. And it was such an odd moment. Anyway, Euphemian, it is your action now that you are back.
I am going to stagger to my feet. And Ray of Frost.
Do it.
oh my god, get the fuck out, man!
Well, I'm 15 feet
He's
away,
back at
so
the back. He's back at the back.
he's got to get through you guys.
It's like Mrs. Peacock. Whoever's casting that ray of frost needs to get out of here or they'll get killed. But roll the 21. You roll 20. Okay, so that absolutely hits. So roll for damage.
So 4 damage.
You hit it with ray of frost, and you hear it hiss as you hit it with the ray of frost. Sometime around Kiki, cleaving it for more hits than most mortals can take has caused it to sort of react to the damage that's happening here and not just ignore these weaklings. So it is hissing and screeching, and you see when you hit it, parts of the purple sort of turn into goop and just slide down onto the floor around it. But you have your bonus action and the rest of your turn.
I don't have a bonus action. The door is restricted. It cannot move more.
Yes.
Its movement is reduced by 10 feet.
You're good.
And that's
You're good.
it.
You're good. It's I just now learned that mimics can actually move in middle of combat. I've never had one move before. Crayron, it's your action.
Okay, so I just want to make sure the door spit out our quarterstaffs and stuff, right?
Yeah,
And
it's
let
basically
you go.
yeah, it stopped latching onto things and
Okay.
is just
So
hissing and bearing what are now teeth.
okay, can I do like a cool monk thing and like take one of the quarterstaffs and like kick it into my hand, and then
Yes.
I'm gonna hit with it?
Yeah, that's not even going to be a bonus action. That's just you just do that shit.
Yeah, I look really cool.
Thank you for clarifying. We'll roll a charisma check after this attack.
Oh god damn it!
roll-
Sorry, I didn't hit.
Can you roll a performance check though, please?
Oh, performance? Oh
Yeah.
jeez. Okay. Oh man, I'm
She
good at
didn't do anything,
those.
but she looked real cool doing it.
All right, 11. Okay, so
Well,
at 11,
kind of.
11
I kind of looked cool.
at 11, you kick the quarterstaff up, you catch it, you twirl it, you swing, and it just part of the door moves out of the way, and the ooze shifts in a way that you missed. But man, you looked fucking sweet. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
Oh yeah, because I'm so pissed at it, I'm gonna go punch it again.
All right, roll your unarmed strike. That absolutely
23.
hits. Roll your damage on that.
Damage is 6. Yeah.
All right, so you punch it and it just and does not even try. And doesn't even adhesive stick.
Here?
Adhere.
Adhere. I'm a
Cammy got
storyteller. Is there anything else you want to do for your turn?
No, I want to stay there. Like,
Alright.
help Kiki.
Kiki, it is your action. You are in a rage.
Take
I
this thing
am.
down, girl.
I want to, man. Let's go ahead and break down this freaking door.
I'm
For
playing.
21.
All right, I'm playing just full discretion. I'm playing a lot more fast and loose with this movement rules on this particular hall than anything. Otherwise, the bottleneck of it will be the biggest part of the fight, and I fucking
No,
hate that.
we're nice and considerate enough that after we take our swing, we like put ourselves against the wall to let everybody else go
We're
by.
all, we're all little.
You like strike it, and then you're just like looking at your card. All right, that was me. Who's number 6? Okay. So what was it? So yeah, 21 hits. Roll for damage.
15 and plus my rage, so 17.
Yes.
You drive.
Heck.
Slam.
Yes.
Slam your axe into it. Hey, Shatsmana, thank you for the raid. You slash your axe right into it, thundering with full force into this. As you do, Ismi just goes, yeah, writes down, and you just do 17 damage. And this thing is screeching, and you see like the cleave into it. This thing is amorphous; its whole shape constantly shifting, but the cleave you put into it is just there. There's just a giant split in its head. It is not dead yet, but it has seconds left.
Without getting too close, my head stuck in it, I'm gonna peek through the hole. Here's Kiki.
Oh my god, yes.
Yes.
You look down. You look down, and you see the stairs leading down. Let me see. What would you? You see the stairs leading down, and you feel the steam and the water down below. And you look into the darkness. And that was it. That's your action. Is there anything else you want to do?
Nope, that's it. I will move it against the wall and let whoever else go next.
I think it's fair to say that you are the closest, though, for the purposes of what comes next. Because this mimic. Let me think. It's looking at you, and just its eyes are rising and lowering. Its face, its shape is changing, and you see like this lower jaw of like 50 small teeth, and this top jaw of like 3 large ones. Just this complete not making sense in its shape anymore. Desperately lunges out to bite you. Let me see. Let me see what your armor class is. Give me just a second. Yes. And what are your resistances exactly?
Cold.
But you're in rage. Is it? It's half for piercing.
Bludgeoning,
piercing,
bludgeoning, piercing, slashing.
So it reaches out. It manages to bite you. When it bites into you, as Allie knows, the way that a mimic hunts is it lures you, it keeps you close, and then it dissolves and digests you on the spot. It sinks its teeth into you, and you feel the burn. You take, and I've reduced it already. You take 4 piercing damage total. It was about to do 9, and 3 acid damage. It does a total of 7 points of damage to you, as it tries in its mimic way to get like one last meal out of these moments. Ismin's turn. She is just going to keep singing the song of "Please Don't Fucking Die." There is nothing else for her to do in this instance. Callista, it is your action.
Alright, I've had it with this stupid thing. I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery.
You're going to
I'm
insult
just gonna
a
yell at it.
door?
You're stupid and ugly and in our way, get out! Yes. I'm just gonna yell at it. You're stupid and ugly and in our way, get out. I need him to make a wisdom save.
Can you do me a favor and roll damage just to see if it does work, what it does?
Sure. Yeah, all 1d4.
He's gonna start crying. Make
3.
Dora cry.
Psychic. If that matters.
You say you're stupid and ugly and you're in our way, get out. And it just it's got its teeth sunk into Kiki, and one of its eyes turns on this slenderest tendril and looks at you, and you just hear, "Arr!" and you hear like this sound, this vague sound that I don't think anyone's ever recorded ever
Oh,
of
Reed.
a mimic feeling embarrassment, as it just sort of, and it realizes that it was brought here for one purpose, that it fundamentally failed, and all of it just sort of begins to drip, and Kiki feels the hiss, not of the acid in her skin, but of this thing beginning to dissipate from this ever-shifting goop into just like a gel and then a fluid that just spreads out onto the floor.
And as Reed says in our chat, and this is what it sounds like when doors cry.
Yes! Okay, that's it. That's the name for this episode. When doors cry. We never know what the name of the episode is going to be until we're halfway through it. That is the rule.
It's too bad we can't have like a meme or something where you're like, how doors cry, and then have that cry that Ben just did.
I can do it later. We could absolutely cut that audio later. Please, that's our goal. Someone clip that. We'll make that our goal. But what was I gonna say? You melt it, and she Ismene just looks at it and just goes, "Ew." But she's just looking. Yeah, as the door dissolves, Kiki, you see down below, the door completely gone now. There's a shimmer of light dancing across your face that everybody else would see. You would see the light glistening. Anyone that looks at you would see it. There's light pouring down in the floor below. There's also gentle blue water that the light is dancing across, which is the refraction on your face. You can smell the heat or you can smell the steam and feel the heat from below. You don't know what is down there, but you do know that this would be where Helica, the sea hag, if truth were told, would be holding the oracle hostage. Is there anything anybody wants to do before we go down? And given the time, I think when we go down, it'll be good to go on break for just a moment. For like 10, I guess we can go 5 minutes. I don't know what anybody wants to do. If anybody wants 10. But does anybody want to do anything?
Basically, we just want to barrel down. Keep going down.
Alright.
Careful on the goo. Don't slide. Don't fall down the stairs.
Alright, then I'm just going to say we're going to break for now. I'm going to set it for 10 minutes. It's about, rounded off, it's about 7:55. So I'm going to set the timer for 10 minutes. I'm going to go step away. When I come back, I'll just jump on cam to talk to anybody that's here. And then we won't officially start playing until 8:05. Thank you all for joining us. We're just getting started. We have 2 hours left in the adventure of the Temple of the Oracle as these heroes begin to accept their destiny that is being actively live blogged by Ismene. I will see you all very soon.
Right.
If I did that right, I believe people are back. Okay, I believe, so if you can hear us, I think everyone can hear the conversation I have in Discord, so, Allie, hi.
Hi.
Those of you that don't know, Allie plays in another one of my campaigns, Curse of Strahd. This is the second time I've hit her with a door, with a mimic
Rude.
door, and it makes me very happy. Probably doesn't do a lot for her, but
As if I didn't already hate mimics enough.
yeah, have you fought an Oblex? Have we talked about those?
No, but I'm familiar.
Yeah, what was it? My wife was playing a scenario where she went to go meet her friends at an inn, and one of her friends went ahead. Basically, one of her friends wanted her to meet their friends, so she went with them. They went to the inn, and then while they were there hanging out for a while, they were all getting a long conversation, and the friends were just like sort of very animated, getting up and moving around the room while they're talking to them. And then partway through, she realizes I'm feeding her clues. She gets enough to put it together that their friends are Oblex. They're goo that can imitate people. And when I say they've been moving around the room, they've been going to stand in front of the exits. And that was her
Rude.
fun revelation. I like mimics. I like Oblex, I don't want to abuse them, but just once every dozen sessions or so, something turning out to be one. I'm just gonna make Strahd like a mimic. Like there was no Strahd. There was just an incredibly ambitious mimic.
This is Agnes's villain origin story. It's been a mimic the whole time.
I guess if everyone's here, we could start, I suppose. That's a little early. I don't know how that works in this instance.
We're just fast.
Let me think for a minute.
Ooh, I like your blanket.
Oh, my grandma made this for me when I was like a little
pretty.
girl. And it's so hot right now that I'm just having this instead of my actual blanket.
Nice.
To be honest, though,
Well-
it's Cosmo's blanket, not mine.
Let me see.
I mean, all blankets belong to the dog. That's the rule.
Yes, this is true.
What was it? I'm looking at one more thing, and then we'll be ready to go.
It's not as bad as cats, though. You know, if you put a favorite blanket up on top of a bookshelf or something to keep it away from the dog, it does nothing to stop it from the cats.
That sounds like what I know. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. There's some stuff I want to talk about after this. Okay, so we are resumed. Let's just make sure we've got this right. Let me double check. One moment. Okay. So this begins with, and we'll move you all one at a time. This begins with you, with Kiki. Let me grab you. Let me pull this up. Kiki making your way downstairs. Oh, right. It still doesn't give you the vision, is what's happening here. It's doing that thing. Okay. You head down. Can you see that room right now, Kiki? Oh, is it doing that stupid thing that I hate that I'm always mad
All
about?
black. It's all black. I seen that thing. Oh, something flashed. It flashed for like a second.
You should be able to see everything now.
Let me refresh that.
I remember we did this before, and it was something really, really dumb that I hated. Does anybody remember what it was?
Something really dumb that you hated.
Thank you.
Didn't it have something to do with the lighting?
Isn't he helpful?
None of this is helpful. What was it? Okay.
I think the most that we got out of it was, okay, yeah, okay, it's this.
That's what it was.
Oh, that was dumb. That was really dumb.
That sounds right.
All of you are terrible. Give me just a moment to double
Well, you
check.
need to be a little more clear then. And then we can help you back when you need it.
I suppose
Vision setting on the token, maybe?
That might be it. That might be it. I bet that's what it is. I bet that's what that is. Because it says that everything here is working. I'm just going to describe it. While we're going down, because it's not actually that important for the lighting on this one. You guys, and all Tinkers, what I do, you all head down. As you do, you see this river, this stream down in the middle with the water and moving through, steam escaping from it. That's exactly what it was. Steam escaping from it, and river leading up and to the right. And to the right, you hear this malevolent, just this person just very clearly enjoying a truly horrible work. And let me see on that front. You don't see anything else here. In the middle of the stream,
I don't.
yes, it's very correct. In the middle of the stream, you do. That's where it says that it's working. You would see just this rocks in the middle. This blanket that would have been laid open to be clearly where the oracle used to have been. But she's off to the right somewhere, around the corner. The four of you come down. Ismene comes down with you. It is anyone's action as you all get down there. I will continue to fuss with the lighting, but it's anyone's action.
I thought that we were gonna stealth or something when we got a little closer.
It's totally.
So should we be doing that? It's up to you guys, but
Yeah, I mean, I would try to be quiet, even
Yeah.
having made noise upstairs.
it was through a door.
It's true.
So, you know.
Okay.
Oh, hey.
Okay, Kiki can see now? Okay,
Hey!
cool. Then I know what the heck it is, and it's stupid, just like it was last time. I didn't set the name.
You should absolutely write it down.
I will absolutely write it down. I will absolutely write it down. Set the names, motherfucker. And yes, that's me talking to me with all of my wonderful self-esteem. It's real dumb what it is, and I don't even have time to explain what it is. So anyway, as I said, you can see the opening down there, where clearly the oracle would have met with people before. But all you hear is off to the right and to the distance, this giggling, this laughing, and oh, what was it? Oh, I'm sorry. No cursing? Okay. That's wonderful. I forgot that I put that there as an option. I cannot curse for, I'm guessing it does not say how long. I regret everything. I regret everything. So, what was it? Yeah, you guys all head down. Ismene right behind you. What do you want to do? Do you want to be stealthy then? Is that what's happening, or?
Yeah, I think since we don't have any obvious indication of hostility, being as stealthy as possible is probably a good idea.
Okay. All right. So everybody that's hiding, I want everybody hiding to roll a stealth check.
We don't have anybody in heavy armor or disadvantage stealth. That's weird.
That is new.
You mean cool?
I love it.
Oh my god! Even with
that's not bad.
And then you rolled a 7.
I have a +5 to this crap, guys.
Oh, you rolled a 2. That's horrible.
Wait,
no, is that
I'm
awful?
so sorry.
We're rolling for stealth?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I'm gonna say.
Oh my god, we suck. That's great.
Everybody's talking. You can't
I mean,
possibly
that
fail
tracks.
this. This is amazing. For the viewers, they got a 7, a 14, a 16, and a nat 1. I'm gonna say that Kiki, you are being stealthy. You are being quiet, which is great. But nothing is going to negate the fact that you leaned through the door and said, "Here's Johnny."
Kiki.
And here's Kiki. Here's Kiki. It's not a mistake. It's not a mistake you made now. It is being hoisted on the petard of continuity.
All right.
What was it? When you move down there, let me double check your passive perceptions before I say something. I'm gonna say you guys can position yourself wherever you want on the rocks before I describe this. Krayrin, you double check. Because you're keeping like a mental head count, obviously, where everybody is, what's going on, and like you double check, and you look for a moment. You look behind you. Ismene is immediately right behind you, but it just like jars you because it. When I say she's not making a sound, I mean like she's literally like you don't hear her footsteps or anything, and she's just looking at you like, come on. She rolled a 26 on her stealth. And
Oh my god! I can't
Please.
believe you're there. Okay. Thanks. Okay. Yeah. I know. It's okay.
I can be louder. Okay. What was I gonna say? But yeah. So you guys are there. Over in the side, in this direction, you just hear on the far right for the views, you hear a hissing, and this voice just rings out from the other side. Well, if you're here to save her, save her. And you hear the gasps and just sort of groans of someone struggling trying to break out of something in the other room.
Is that the same direction the laughter was coming from, or?
Yes.
Okay.
There any indication where that voice came from? Was it also from
It's the same place where the laughter's coming from. It's all to this direction, to the right.
Okay.
Where I'm pinging. Yeah, it's all on the right side. Basically, what you can see is in the middle of the room is the stone area where the oracle would normally meet with people. But then around the side, the stones bend around the curve into like a back area, and you can see that the voices are back there. So this is the best place as a hiding spot as can be managed.
I would like to redeem my heroism.
Okay. That's wonderful. Anybody else?
Hi.
All right.
Yeah, I think a lot of us are.
All right. Just show of hands who's redeeming it. All right. That's two of you. I'm gonna give you both heroism tokens. I'm gonna give you the flag of heroism. That's the heroism flag. On your character.
Sorry, what are we cashing in?
They were using their potion, basically charm of heroism, which basically the fact that you sacrificed something to Mitros somewhere out there was honored and gave you all a charm of heroism, which means that just once you can invoke heroism for an hour, and for the next hour you are basically blessed without any. It can't go away. You don't need anybody to give it to you. It's just there.
Nice.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do it too.
Okay. Callista. Callista, I want you at a 14. Okay. 14 heroism. You're looking around. You see the rugs that the oracle would be on. One of the rugs is well kept. And just like the type that she would, lounge on, very good condition. The other one is brand new. And just laying there on the floor. And that seems a little like it was just brought in recently.
Is there anything like under them or in them, or are they just laying flat on the ground?
They are just laying flat on the ground.
Can they fly?
They cannot fly. What was it? You hear when you're looking at it, you just hear like this sort of, like when there's someone like just like realizes something, but they can't, that they don't speak. You know what I mean? Like,
yep.
You turn around and you see Ismene Her quill is to her scroll, ready to write something next.
Okay.
Sorry, I couldn't hear that at all. Like, that was totally muted.
I don't know what to do, you guys. I don't know what to do. I feel like there's something I should do.
It's not going to be a second mimic, is it?
Oh, fuck no.
Carpet mimic? No.
Dang it, I'm so sorry, man. I cursed. I'm so sorry.
Okay, well, I don't know how to.
I'm the
We
worst.
have to give.
I will
Reed
not do it
1,000
again.
points. But what do you want to do?
Oh,
Could it
okay.
be
Well,
like
I'm not
a
gonna.
rug of smothering or something? Something that'll like attack you?
Yeah.
Rather than just a
Is
mimic?
there a way for me to make some sort of like investigation check or something without touching it?
I have a passive investigation of 18. Would that help in this?
Euphemian, if you wanted to walk over there, you could.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go over. Put myself in the line of fire again. Sure, why not?
You walk
Ugh.
over. There is, at an investigation of 18, there is a gentle breeze in this coming through the cave from that area, and you see the steam rising up. So, like, people's hair is, like, blowing in the wind and stuff like that. The fibers
Cray
of the
looks absolutely hot
and
with the wind blowing.
And the tassels on the rug are not moving. It is... This is not natural, whatever this is.
Let's just give it a wide berth, shall we?
That works.
What was it? So what are you guys gonna do?
Go around and go over, say, this away.
Can I real quick peek down this like hallway thing?
You peeked, Callista, you hop across the rocks. If you want to jump down there, you're gonna need to make an acrobatics check to basically jump across the rocks, because this is water. I mean, this water is steaming and hot, and if you fall in, it would do a minor amount of damage. So you can look down that other hallway if you're willing to do an acrobatics check.
Plus the bless.
Oh yeah. Okay. I'll do it. Not gonna use that.
I got the rules for
Would you believe it?
I got the rules.
Would you believe it? I rolled 1 on both of them.
You rolled that one on both?
I rolled a 1 on the 20 and a 1 on the 4. If we're not doing like automatic failure, that gives me a beautiful total of acrobatics 6.
But you also get the.
It's just like a big 6.
Hold on. You also get the bless.
No, that's the bless. I rolled the 4. I got a 1 on the 4.
I don't say this a lot. Honey. There is only so much I could rationalize away.
Would you believe it?
You jumped.
Just.
So everybody else is walking. Everyone else is like, okay, this rug is dangerous. And so you guys are walking back. All of a sudden, you just hear a splash and a yelp of pain, and Ismene looks over and just says, "Oh," just starts making a note. You immediately.
Does she also call me honey?
She just goes, "Oh,
Does something smell like boiled goat?
She just goes, "Sweetheart."
Oh.
What was it? You are immediately on the other side. On the other side of it, like nursing your burns and everything. You took 8 or 7 fire damage.
Oof.
It's 2d.
That's almost my. Oh my.
It's 2d6. You fell into steaming, bubbling water. Up above, remember the voices that were trying to get you guys to jump into the steam before? Like, this is dangerous waters. That is, I rolled a 2d6 and it totaled 7. I lowered the DC to 10. It's supposed to be 14.
I know. I'm not.
You are burned.
I had to roll a 10 with the bless. I had to roll a 10. That's horrible.
Euphemian, you hear a rustle and look around for a second and see ever so slightly that the rug had moved like a couple inches to not get hit by the steaming water.
Oh.
Okay.
Give the rug a wide berth, everyone.
You know what? What I'm going to say is you look in there. You look in that area. That is a path. That roll an investigation. You don't know. No, you get this. You burned for this. You can get this. You see a very narrow path that would be extremely difficult to move through. For most people, smaller things or things that could move fluidly would be able to move through it, but it would not be a path for most people. There was an ambush, and maybe this was involved, but it's not a traditionally traversable path.
Okay, yeah, I wanted to see if there was anyone like hiding over there, so
And
that is
Yeah.
the information I wanted.
you just hear,
Sorry.
you just hear Ismeen go, "You okay, dear?"
Would I be able
I've
to
been better.
like ray of frost to freeze some of this water to give her a path on the way back?
Just make it
Yes.
like normal temperature.
You can freeze part of the water. Look, okay, yes, roll. Yeah, okay, no, you know what? Yes, I'm gonna allow that for this time. You can roll it for, and it'll be frozen for like a second because it's not gonna stay.
One step at a time.
Callista, do you want to leap across the slight patch of ice to get to the get back, or are you gonna? Okay, cool. Make a dexterity, or make an acrobatics saving throw, or acrobatics throw.
Saving throw?
No, saving throw. Acrobatics check. Sorry.
Check. Okay.
Please don't fuck me over, but I have to acknowledge that you're running on ice. Like, that's literally what's happening. Allison, please don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that. I'm not taking your character.
So
What?
So I rolled a 4. I got a 4 plus a 1 plus a 4. So that's 9.
Oh my god. Does anybody have
That's
a
my
curing
whole blessing
thing?
of heroism, you guys.
Are you going to die walking across a small stream? Is that where we get your character? Reed, I'm sorry. Reed, you did help, but it is still a patch of ice. That is literally what you created. I had to do something. I'm gonna
Your
roll.
little hooves don't have grip.
I'm gonna roll less
Hey,
because
goats have excellent grip.
motherfucker. I reduced it to a
You're a
1d6.
mountain?
I reduced it to a 1d6.
And you rolled
Hold
a
on.
full 6.
Hold on, no.
You rolled a full 6.
No, hold on. Please don't die. Please don't die. Please don't die. Hold on. Yeah, you took 4 points of damage from that.
That's cool. That's my entire blessing of heroism temporary hit points gone, but
Wait, does
okay.
heroism give
I'm
you temporary
okay.
hit points? I thought it.
Yeah,
It gives you 10.
Oh, temporary hit points. Yeah. Okay.
It gives you
yeah,
10.
that's your whole thing.
Yeah.
Sorry, I
So
forgot about that.
I'm down 2 total, but I'm still kicking.
You're back on the other side. I reduced the damage by half because of the ice. Basically, you wouldn't be able to fall all the way in to the water.
Is Bambi on the ice now?
And
Reed is just dying over here.
is there anything that anybody wants to?
Because I have a +4 to acrobatics.
Walking across a very small stream has been the second most dangerous thing you guys have done in this fight. Have done in this session that is nothing but combat.
You love us.
And I really can't say that any element of surprise is still here, by the way. That's
No.
I don't know how else I could possibly rule on this. It is anybody's action now. Ismeen looks at you.
I'm so sorry.
Ismeen looks at you. You are sorry. You apologize. And I get that. No one in this room looks more sorry or regretful than is mean as she is writing down everything that just happened. Just absolutely bound by her duty as the bard of this temple to document the fuckery she just saw. Yes, Reed, I know, but how else would you describe it?
But hey, whatever floats your goat.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Oh,
God.
that might be the new episode name. I don't know. So, what do you guys want to do now that Callista has won the war against 10 feet of water?
Look on incredulously.
I'm sorry, are you telling me it was 10 feet deep?
No, it's 10 feet wide.
Ugh.
Oh, okay. Oh my god.
He's like, are all non-aquatics this nimble around water?
Yes. Absolutely. This is normal.
Oh dear.
Truly incredible.
I wish we had an art of it or something. Just like you trying to go across like the thing and you're like falling and then you know.
Not a word. You get a dexterity bonus for being a satyr. And
Mm-hmm.
I just gotta wait for you guys what you want to do, but in the meantime, I'm gonna enjoy this.
Hey, if it had been a dexterity saving throw, I might have made it.
Well,
Anyway, I'm gonna follow whoever's leading because I don't want to go 1st
let's go
anymore.
save the Oracle, I guess.
Not for nothing, and I don't like really want to acknowledge that this is a show because I feel like it breaks immersion. I want you to know that we got 2 viewers in like the last 10 or so minutes. So I choose to believe that someone's like, hey, there's a goat in the water. Get in this channel.
That's bad.
Oh,
Oh!
man. Really?
You've got to be
They
kidding
just
me.
keep coming.
Thank you, Reed. I caught that.
They just keep. Oh! Oh!
Whoever's leading, move to where you're going.
I take 1d4 psychic damage.
Whoever's going, move to where they're going. This is.
I'll follow you, Kiki.
Oh,
All right. Are
Allison,
we heading to the right?
Allison, I do need to message you something private that is relevant. It's totally nothing to do with this, but something I wanted to clarify with you a second ago.
Okay.
To the right, to the right. Do 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 do.
Yeah, I'm just gonna follow everybody. So I'll just be in the back again.
Yeah, I'll be second from back.
Yeah, y'all just be in the back there.
Yeah, because we get into too much trouble when we're off on our own.
I thought we were gonna have another complete death again. I'm like, no, not from water.
From water, yeah, that's perfect.
So, Allie, please check your Discord. If you
I
have
got
questions,
it.
let
I
me know.
got it.
So, Kiki, you move ahead. You move ahead. As you do, yeah, you hear this voice on the other side, just laughing and just going. It's dangerous out there.
The hag starts combat under the effects of Tasha's hideous laughter.
Perfect.
I have that.
So, Kiki, are you going to continue to go around the corner?
I'm gonna wait till everybody sort of gets caught up. I'm assuming that they are following, but yes, I will keep going.
Yeah,
keep
I'm
advancing.
assuming we're conga lining it along.
Yeah.
I moved on the map. I moved everybody as far as they can feel safe going.
There we go. Yep.
Kiki, you are aware that the voice is coming just around the corner on this side, so that I'm not going to tell you what's next, but the more you go, the more likely it is you will see and be seen. So this is kind of like the save point in some game terms.
Now, how long has it been since we left our last combat?
Like 5 or 10 minutes, really.
Okay. All right, so I no longer have my rage, and I no longer have a rage until a long rest. So, Just putting that out there, guys.
You're out of rage? Okay.
We are
Yep.
so prepared.
Wow.
This is great.
I'm so glad we took a short rest, you guys.
Ismene taps Callista on the shoulder and just goes, should I sing the song about not dying? Or should I sing the song about being heroes? Because I really feel like I should sing the first one. But
Yeah. I would, yeah. The first one.
okay. Yeah, so you guys
No more bravado from Callista.
You guys turn the corner. I will move each of you. Oh, sorry. I will move each of you. I'm moving Kiki a little bit. You guys are in a safe spot. Don't worry about where I'm moving you because it's not literal. But as you guys turn the corner, what was it?
Can I cast a spell on myself just as we round the corner?
What do you want to cast?
This Blade Ward, it's one round. It probably won't matter, but
Okay. Yeah. So
I'm just scared.
You cast Blade Ward on yourself. You turn the corner, Kiki. You are the first to see it. I don't think we're going to need a visual map for the viewers on what happens next. If you guys see the map, you'll see why in a minute. But when you turn the corner, you see a room full of gold and treasure and strange, beautiful objects. This is not surprising in itself. What it is would be the room. All of the offerings made to an oracle would be here. So there would be a treasure hoard. That would make sense. You see this giant what was it? There's like a large like resting area. I don't want to say it's like a bed. It's basically like a round like resting area like a bed. But there's this woman. Let me see. How would I even describe her? Let me see how I would describe her. You see this woman standing on the bed, and when I say she's standing, I mean that she is her arms are being held to the ceiling, her legs are being held to bound to the bed below. So she's basically being held almost like a prisoner, almost like against, like almost as if she was like chained to a wall or something, except she's being held just perfectly there. Water from the ceiling is floating down, wrapped around her arms, wrapped around both arms, wrapped around her legs. Shackles made out of pure water, but she is a water nymph. She is a creature of the sea, descendant from Sidon. Between you and her, you see this creature, this haggard, frail-looking creature of blue skin and green hair, wet and slick like seaweed, wrapped and dripping down her face. And every time she steps and moves, it sounds like the gross slurping of like this refuge of the sea, as this thing turns and looks at each of you, and she says to you, "Now I don't think you're going to speak to Versi today. I don't think you're ever going to speak again." She hisses. She looks. I want to say she looks at you with joy. She looks at you with the ravenous joy of what she believes is about to happen, which is a really fancy way of saying that everybody rolls for initiative.
Looks like me, guys. That's creepy.
Let me give this a whirl.
This is like our third combat or something today, right?
This is, yeah,
like,
it is. Well, that's not the music I want.
Oh wow, that's a great music.
That's
No,
not the music
relax.
at all. That's chill. We're just having a chill time. It's the water level. The water level always has chill music.
Except when it's hot and steaming and burning.
That's fair. Allie, why? Like just
Oh my god.
very quintessentially answer for yourself. Kiki,
I'll send
got
you a
s-
picture.
Kiki rolled a 6, so just maybe one better.
Yeah, but you have a +2. I have a +4.
Yeah. What are you doing? Get new dice.
I don't know.
So basically,
I literally switched dice for this roll.
so
Oh
basically,
no!
what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen is for the viewers, there is a map that the players are using, but it'll be easy enough for everybody to have a clear shot at each other that the positioning will not matter that much for the viewers at home. What's going on? But anyway, Euphemian, it is your action. I believe you can see. Okay, those of you that can't see, it would be over here where it is. I can move Kiki there too.
There we go. You can see now.
Yeah, so
Okay.
everybody should be able to see because of how the shared view works.
Are we having to worry about the water here? Is this a problem?
If you right now, it's assumed you have balance on the rock. If something happens where you would lose your footing, then that would be a problem. Actually,
Okay.
let me check my sources. Allie, would that be a problem? Sorry.
Nope.
Well, maybe it's a cool inflow river.
It heats up in the other chamber, yeah, where that fire was.
It's the whole reason why the blanket is there.
But I cannot see Helica from here, right?
You cannot, but you'd be able to like move around like over here. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Please assume you can move between the rocks nimbly in this case, in this instance.
Could I jump over this to get over here?
That is less difficult than what was proposed by a goat previously, so I will allow it.
Okay.
I wasn't trying to make a dig. I felt like I had to explain the consistency there.
Okay. So from here, I should have line of sight.
What was it? Yeah, you would have line of sight. You see her, and she turns and looks at you. Her face smiles just a little wider than you would expect. Her body looks. She doesn't look bloated, but like just the discoloration of the blues and the greens almost look like she's been drowned days ago, and everything about her seems like the death that the sea brings, and it chills you. It chills you in such a way that you feel it starting to wrap into your mind. Nothing is happening immediately, but I'm describing that for your sake. You get your full turn.
Okay. I am going to cast Magic Missile at her.
Oh, yes.
Wow, so you're just going for it. So just roll the damage.
Yeah, why not? We're in initiative. That means fight.
That means die, hag, die.
That was
So.
1d4 plus 1? Okay, so that's
3 times 1d4 plus 1.
Oh, I thought you rolled all of them separately.
Not according to rules as written.
Really? Have I been doing it wrong this whole time?
It's a single spell that has a single...
No. You shoot 3 darts. Each dart is 1d4 plus 1. So it's
okay.
It's 3 rounds of 1. It's 3 rounds of 1d4 plus 1.
Okay. I just assumed because it's a single spell attacking.
Oh, I see. Okay, well we can do it that way if you'd like. I'm okay with that.
I mean, I can do it the other way. It's less streaky that way.
Yeah, just do it the other way.
Okay. Yep. It would be phenomenal if it was that way for just this roll, because that would be the best thing ever. Okay. 5, 2, and 2.
Now I feel like a dick. I'm gonna remember that Matt Mercer was looking up rules in the finale. What was it? So I'm making myself feel better about that. Okay, yeah, no, I'm looking it up, and it's like, yeah, each one is written as its each role is what I'm seeing online. But anyway, so yeah, you hit, and what is it? It's force. So you hit, and you throw this out, and just immediately she looks at you, smiles, and just like these. What color are the crystals be for the magic missiles?
What I'm seeing is I bring out the scroll. I fire off 3 bolts from it, and each of them look like words as they're flying.
Okay, yes, this is great. This is Jane from Doom Patrol. This is great. So 3 words. Just do you want to say the words? Or are we good? You know, you can make the word whatever you want for the first one, if you want to scale them to the size of the numbers. But that's just me being overly flavorful. We could just skip this. So these words.
Could you say "fuck you, bitch"? Could that be? Oh, sorry, I'm not supposed to swear. I forgot.
It can't be that right now. Not while Reed paid 1,500 viewer points to make sure it wasn't that. So these 3 very censored words blurred out, just slam into her, doing 9 points of damage to this lady. She just recoils, stumbles back for a second. What was it? And is there anything else you want to do?
No, I think that's gonna be it for me.
Okay. Yeah, so what was it? That is your action. Her turn. She recovers, looks at you, makes a decision about you, but Kiki is the one that's here. And so she looks at Kiki, she looks at you, thinks about you for a second, and then darts her eyes at Kiki, and then just dives forward with her claws. Wow, okay, she rolled for that. She rolls, slashes into you, catches you off guard, and tears into you, both of her claws just ripping into you, doing a total of 11 points of damage.
Oof. Ouch.
And as she's clawing into you, she gets pulled close to you, and she says, "Return to the sea." Crayrin, is your action. I think, by the way, it would be easy enough, I'm going to say here, it'd be easy enough to move around this area. No, it'd be easy enough to get at different angles. You wouldn't be able to move past her without some fuckery. But there are rolls and stuff you can make to do that.
All right. Could I take my quarterstaff and try to smack her legs so that she hopefully falls?
You're going to try and knock her prone?
So I can punch her.
Okay, are you actually trying to give her like the prone status effect, like level of her?
Nah.
Okay.
Actually, it was just for flavor. I just wanted to get her feet tangled in my quarterstaff.
I'm down for either. Okay, so roll your attack roll.
Okay. It is a 19.
19 absolutely hits. What was it? 19 hits. I want you to roll for damage.
The damage is 7.
All right, so you swing. You hit her for 7 with your quarterstaff, striking at her. She hisses. What was it? And then what was it? Crowin, you get another attack.
Yeah. Just a question. How tall is she?
She's like 5.5 feet tall.
Oh, that means I can punch her in the junk, right?
I don't know if she has junk, but let's apply the scientific method to that.
Okay, cool. Let's do it. So, unarmed strike.
Ben, am I supposed to be seeing a life gauge above Halika and Versi's head?
No, you're really not. You're really not. Thanks, creators of this.
We've been seeing them this whole time.
This whole time, yeah. We thought it was just normal.
No, it's not.
They were on the shoulders too.
It's a deep betrayal of what I'm doing. This is. Did you see
I
what on
only
the
just
rug?
noticed it here.
Did you see
I
what on
didn't
the rug?
notice.
No, we didn't see.
No,
Didn't see
it
one
didn't
on the
say
rug.
token for the rug.
Well, at least I got that. So you do the unarmed strike, 15 hits. Roll
Right.
roll damage.
Damage. Woohoo! Another 7.
You swing, you punch her right where you imagine the junk would be. She recoils, howls, and hisses at you, and it is deeply ambiguous whether you hit her in the junk or whether she's just offended and in pain.
Well,
You will
I
not
did
know.
is fine.
I am going to rewind. There is a thing that I need to have done, and there's not a way for me to do it except to rewind. So please bear with me. Kiki, can you give me... Well, no, I'll give you a pass. Kiki, when you saw her at the start of your turn, you saw this thing. You saw her monstrous form. This creature of the sea, very much like you and nothing at all like you. And you began to feel like a chill go through your mind. You don't know how much longer you can bear to look at this thing. Is what I'm going to say. On Ismin's turn, she is going to start. She's going to go, Versi, it's me, it's Ismin. And you see Versi say there, and she like turns, and she's still on the the water shackles, and she turns and looks and goes, Ismin, and Ismin just goes, right, sorry, and starts to sing her, starts to let out the notes, the song of Perseverance.
Could I have like moved? Because I know you said there'd be like some weird, because I was hoping to move like into the room.
You would have to let me double check the rules on this. And Reed, I did see that. So basically, Jen. So basically, what you could do is you could try to overrun, which is where you just try and force your way past with brute strength, or you can try and tumble, which is just like, and you just move past faster than she can realize to stop you. Both of those are supposed to take an action or a bonus action to do.
Okay, never mind.
Well, no, what I'm going to say is, because I didn't make that clear before, I will let you do that this once if you want to just get it in addition to the rest of your turn.
Yeah, because I thought that was my movement, because I hadn't done my movement yet.
Yeah, you had every reason to think that could be part of your movement based on what I said, so I'm not going to punish you for my miscommunication. So do you want to try and overpower her, or do you want to just try and like nimbly move past her?
No, I'm just gonna try like, doing monk shit and just like, I don't know, trying to somersault over her face. I don't know.
Okay, roll acrobatics.
Kick me in the face.
Yeah, by accident. Oh, 13. Boo.
Okay, so you look at her, you punch her in the sea junk.
Really, SEA, right?
Yeah, SEA chunk, otherwise known as the flotsam, and you just nimbly like spin past her. You do succeed in that, and are on the other side. Do you want to keep moving, or are you good there?
No, I'm good there.
Okay. Kiki, it's your turn. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh man, oh man, oh man. Oh, I hope that's enough.
16?
The sight of this woman, creature, thing. You don't know everything that's going on here, but you know that she was brought about by the cruelest of intentions of Sidon, and you are staring at his cruelty and his perversion of even his own domain, being the Titan of the Sea. You are able to push past it, but you can't put out of your mind what is wrong here. You have succeeded a saving throw against starting your turn at looking at her. It is your turn.
Okay. I would like to go ahead and cash in my little song or my music notes, whatever they gave me there, and gain back the 10 HP.
Okay. What are you talking about, the music notes? The heroism thing? Or...
Yes. The song or whatever. Yeah, song Perseverance. Is that what it
The
was?
blessing of heroism.
Or blessing, heroism.
The blessing
Song of heroism.
Song of heroism gives you 10 extra hit points. Yes, that's correct. So you can just do that. Yeah, that's just
Yeah.
totally free. Okay.
Okay, good. Okay, and
You also get bless.
Yes, I do have the bless also. So now let's go ahead and try and swing at her. Da 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 da. My character sheet.
13.
That is 13.
You swing at her. You chop, and she leans back quickly enough that you chop some of the seaweed hair, and you just hear it just against the wall. And she looks at you and just grins.
And I roll my one.
And what?
And I roll my 1d4 to add
You
that.
can roll your 1d4 to add to that.
So that's 17.
You take that, and a hero, especially a hero blessed by Mitro, is someone that does not stop. You swing again. That does hit. Roll for damage.
11.
11. You strike her, ripping like part of her chest open, and you just see like rotted old seawater begin to like pour like blood from the gash of the wound, and she hisses and she's falling back. And in this moment, as you have done with several rivals before, you are the moment that she realizes this fight is not fun anymore. Is there anything else that you want to do?
I will just say, God, you're hideous. Ugh.
She just,
And that's it.
Callista, it is your action.
Okay. So I'm gonna call up to Kiki.
Yeah.
And can I do kind of like a 2-4 vicious mockery and bardic inspiration with like one sentence? Will you allow that?
Yes, but you can't see Helica right now. You can't see the sea hag.
She just has to be able to hear me.
You have to be able to see her.
What?
Yep.
It literally says, hang on. You can see. Look at you. Why would I doubt you?
Because I'm wrong.
All right,
several
then
times in session.
I will.
Because I'm consistently
You just want
wrong.
to kill me.
And because I have an Alfred.
Okay,
That's
so I
the
have
other reason.
I have 30 feet of movement, so I'm gonna just make sure that I can get there. But
Jump
so, like,
across
if I were to get,
where
like,
Euphemian is.
here, if I were to get like, no, you're not jumping again.
If you
I
went there,
can't make it ping.
Just move there.
If I were to get behind Kiki, yeah.
Yeah, you can see her.
So
You're running. It is.
okay,
Just be careful.
then I'll do it. So I'm gonna run up to Kiki, and then I'm gonna like elbow her, and I'm gonna be like, "Hey Kiki, is that a hag or is that a dead body?" And like Mean Girl style vicious mockery her.
Damn.
Oh,
And
like,
that's-
definitely a dead body. Ew.
Yes, queen, but Chloe isn't saying that. I'm saying that.
And as I stand with like my hip cocked, like,
If it works, it's 3.
Okay. And Kiki, you get a blessing, so let me put a blessing on you. This is the blessing symbol now. It's very consistent. You listen, and you say this, and she just looks, she just turns and just, not in rebuttal, but in deep offense, as she takes 3 points of damage. Euphemian,
Yay!
Euphemian, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wait.
What?
Kiki, you have bardic inspiration
Yeah, but this is for Euphemian.
for my bonus action.
Oh, right.
Yeah, but it's still my turn.
Oh yeah, because I thought it was a dual thing. Yeah, that was. I love the ASMR support that was given.
I'm sorry.
No,
I
that's
wanted to
fine.
whisper, but the last time I whispered, you couldn't hear me, so.
No, that's good. That's good. This is the sound of you kicking ass. So what was I gonna say? Euphemian, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
All right. Natural 20.
Natural 20. I'm gonna say, you see this thing, and you understand the abomination that it is, and you understand that it is of Sidon's hate. Where this chills the others, I won't say for you, well, I'll give you a chance. This is something that drives you further, whether that's anger against Sidon or just result chance to prove yourself. I'll let you describe it, but basically this is the opposite of your mind being broken by this thing. So how would that be for Euphemian?
I would say it's understanding, just sort of logically disconnecting from the threat and saying, okay, this is stupid.
All right, you get your full turn without any hindrance at all.
Okay. I am going to go ahead and I am going to Ray of Frost, because that's really the only option I have left at this point.
I'm still going back to Allie going, why would I doubt you? Like, I haven't made a grievous mistake in every combat we've ever run in this campaign.
Actually, let me just... 30 feet.
If
I
I said
could try...
If I said your mistake was trusting me, that would sound like a villain line, but it's really not.
Alright, I'm just gonna Ray of Frost. That's a 12, and I'll D4 on that. That's 13.
You shoot the Ray of Frost. You have the resolve, but there is just too much movement over there for you to land a shot that you are confident won't hit Kiki or Krayarin. I'm going to say, narratively, that you don't even fire a shot. You have the wisdom to know that now is not the time because of how quickly everyone's moving around. So you have another bonus action or anything else you want to do?
Bonus action. I will... Can I stop looking at Helica?
You let me double check exactly how this ability works.
I would imagine it's you have to avert your eyes like most basilisks and that sort of thing.
I will let you look away. Yeah, that's fair. I will let you look away because I'm reading the wording on this. I don't see how. I don't see a rebuttal that I have against that. I just don't see a rebuttal to. I choose not to see it. Like, I don't. I'm reading the stats very carefully, and I'm like, okay, I guess he just declines to have the Sea Hex core ability. I didn't realize that was an option, but here it is. Seriously, I'll look up the text later and see if there's even a rebuttal to that. But Helica is going to. I'm going to roll a die on my side because I do not know who Helica would attack, so I'm letting the dice decide. Helica attacks Krayarin.
Just a reminder that she has
punch was
disadvantage.
certainly...
What was that? Allie, what was that?
She has disadvantage because of vicious mockery.
I didn't hear what Allie said. Reed, what did you say?
Just to say she's going after Cray for the groin punch.
Yeah, that's fair. She. I'm gonna say she reaches and with a powerful swing reaches at Krayarin. Krayarin dodges out of the way. As a monk, I'm gonna say most moves that miss you are you dodging because you're such a monk badass. But when you're missing, you get like the impression that like she could move faster than this. She could hit faster than this. You're dodging her a bit more easily than you should. You see a little bit of the confidence sapped from her eyes. It is sinking into her that she's probably dying here. And the words of Callista are hitting her harder than she thought.
Yeah, get that for a groin punch.
Let me see for a second. She looks around. She looks at Versi and gets an idea. But that is the end of her turn. Krayarin, it is your action.
Well, I am looking at the ground a little bit. Like I can see her feet. Does her feet make me scared of her or whatever?
Yeah, any of her would.
Ugh,
So I would
really?
yeah, but
Okay, fine.
I would have you roll a wisdom saving throw. I'm gonna take any chance I can get, and you specifically described looking at her eye to eye while you were fighting her. So I'm taking it.
Okay. All right. Well, here we go.
19.
19.
Yeah, you see her, but you are completely you're not shaken. You've been in shitty situations. You're Crary. People don't know the shitty life that you have had, but they also don't know the strength you found in it and the shitty situations you've gotten out of. You've got this. Take your full turn.
All right. I mean, girl.
Woman I respect.
It almost didn't come out. Come on.
Which?
Woman
Yeah,
I
exactly.
loathe, but not in a gender-based way.
Let's see. Oh gosh, even with a D4, I don't know if that'll hit. That'll do it.
That will not do it, but you can have your bonus attack.
Okay, well, after looking at her disgusting feet, I'm like, ugh. So when I do my, my quarterstaff attack, it totally misses because it's like, ugh. So I'm gonna go ahead and punch her. You know what? I'm gonna punch her in the groin again.
Do it.
I plan to.
So you roll your attack. Roll your groin attack.
You don't want to go for
Oh, god damn it. Even with a 4, nope, that's not gonna happen.
I went for the
shit.
You
Should
swing.
have went for the
Should have gone for the tit. You said. Yeah.
You mean the chickadee? I have to go for the chickadee. That's another word for.
You swing at Davy Jones's locker, and she just swipes a hand down, half expecting that attack, and that is your miss.
All right, so I'm gonna move over here.
What was it? Okay. I've never thought I would describe a sea hag's nethers that way, but I'm never gonna stop now that it's begun. You hear Ismene transition from a song of safety and perseverance to a song of triumph. She's beginning to sing of your heroism. Anyone can re-roll 1 die until the start of her next turn. Kiki, it is your action.
All right. Well, I want to go ahead and take another swing at her.
Okay. Sorry, I was waiting for you to describe like a embarrassing part of her body or something. I forgot that's not how you roll.
No. I swing first, then I think of what I could have hit.
Okay. So I want you to roll for damage.
Oh wow, a big 5.
A big 5. So you
Reroll.
Yeah, you can re-roll that. You can re-roll any 1 die.
I can? Oh, then yeah.
You can roll. Yeah.
Oh yeah, 15.
Shit.
Yeah, thank you.
Timmy.
Heck yes. Good catch.
Thanks, baby.
Timmy.
What?
How do you want to do this?
Oh, pop seaweed salad. I think seaweed salad is going to be a thing with Kiki.
All right. So you don't have your rage right now.
No.
This is not your tapping into the legendary rage that has made you the hero of the area of your home. This is just a focused strike against something offensive to the core of you. You don't need rage to just hack again and again, just your focus, and everybody else watches. You just like cut her down. She falls with the first blow. The second blow wasn't necessary, nor was the third, nor the fourth, nor the fifth. And by the time this is done, not anymore. She didn't, Allie. By the time this is done, you have felled this thing. Allie has correctly pointed out that you should have had to make a wisdom saving throw, but I will say that the moment was gone right around the time that I started describing the death, so I missed the window. Just out of curiosity, will you give me a wisdom saving throw so that I'll know what I lost out on?
Sure. Let's see what what you would have loved to see. That was a 12.
Yeah, that would have been enough. You're fine either way. She is.
Yeah,
I just
blessed
wanted
of
you
that
to
as
use
well.
the bardic.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
bardic
I'd
if
have
you
a
wanted
D6
it,
as
but-
well. Plus,
She,
why not? I'm gonna do it just to rub it into Ben. It would have been a 6.
Yeah,
so
hit the
like,
D4 also.
don't
Oh.
rub
Oh,
into
oh,
me.
oh! Hang on. Yep,
I
1d4.
don't need to be rubbed. I'm giving you victory.
So 12 plus 6, 18, 19, 20.
He's gonna hate us. I'm just telling you right now.
Chopping it into smaller pieces.
You are too confident, and that allows her to have an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
You strike into this thing. As you are done, you're chopping it. Ismin's just sort of slowly like walking up and looking at what you're doing. But you see, sure enough, you see Versi held to this water, just watching you. She's clearly exhausted. Actually, you know what? Krarin, make a medicine. Krarin and Kiki make a medicine check.
Add stuff to that, like I'm gonna add my one because I have the blessings and all
Can
that
you add
still,
bless?
right?
Kiki,
1d6.
Kiki, there's not going to be a version of this where you're happy. Krarin, you can add your blessings.
I still rolled a 6 on a 6. Come on.
That's fair.
Oh, that's a 10. Do I have anything else I can add to that, guys?
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I don't
Oh,
think I
wait,
have
was
anything
she
else.
singing the one where we can re-roll any die?
Oh yeah, I didn't take that turn
Because
yet.
Craig could re-roll.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I'm
took
totally
one.
doing that.
Go ahead, Craig.
Yay,
Make
medicine.
a good one.
Oh, I'm hoping so. Come on, roll 20. Yeah,
18.
18. Plus my
Yeah.
3, 18, 19, 20, 21. Woohoo!
If you're watching this at home, this is the shit that I deal with all the time with this group.
And he brings it upon himself.
You look, and when you're looking at her, you see she is exhausted. She is weak from having she's exhausted, but she is not starved, and she is not injured. Kraven, you can look at her and tell on sight that she has been held in this position, but all of her needs have been met, as if she, and instantly connect that, yeah, they were not allowed to let anything bad happen to her. And you just think about, and with the medicine check, I'm going to roll that over to investigation per se. You are aware of the suffering that everybody else at the temple had. Yeah, their orders were to not hurt her, and that was it. But she is okay, hanging from being held by this water.
Could I mage hand and try to undo the water restraints?
Yeah. Use the mage hand. Roll a sleight of hand check.
Oh, nice. 17.
What was it? Give me 1 second to describe this. You use your mage hand and start to behind the water. When you see, it's not when you get your hand close and you move closer. And can I assume your character moves closer into the area?
Yeah, I'll be moving forward. Just
when you
seem the most expedient way.
When you're doing this, the hand wraps around, and you begin to realize these are not shackles per se. They're like watery tendrils wrapped around you. So you don't so much undo the lock or whatever as you peel them off. And as you peel off the first couple, the other ones loosen, let go. The water in the ceiling begins to slither down her arms, down her body, and join the water around her legs. And this pool of water slides and moves into, and if unhindered, is clearly moving towards the steamy water on the other side. Is anyone doing anything?
Hang on a sec. I need actions.
Is she
Um,
unbound now?
It is letting go of her, whatever this thing is.
Is it crawling
I
over
try
the sea
to
witch?
ray of frost it and freeze it in place.
Sure. Roll a ray of frost. Roll an attack roll with that.
Oh.
18.
Nice.
Roll for damage.
Six damage.
You hit it for 6 damage. Part of the ice, you hit it, and part of the water turns to ice. The rest of it keeps moving as it slips into the steam, and it so effortlessly looks like the rest of the water that it's completely gone in a moment. The ice that you froze there melts rather quickly, but melts into harmless water, almost like in water terms, like you pulled off the gecko's tail. Do you know what I mean? My throat's
Could
going out.
I have searched the sea hag?
Oh God.
There is not a lot to search.
Pile of seaweed and goo. You really want to go in there?
I can wash my hands, okay?
You roll an investigation check. Roll a perception check.
Perception, okay.
I hate everything about what's about to happen.
Oh, god damn it. Can I add my bless to that?
Yes, you
Stupid.
can.
Probably not going to do much, but... Oh, well, 10, I guess.
That was a perception check. I thought you were doing investigation.
Oh!
No, I said perception.
Well-
I changed the perception.
Oh.
Okay.
Plus her investigation's worse. You look at a 10. A 10, I hate to say, is all you need. I hate this. You're looking through the muck and the blood. You do see underneath some of the viscera within what you could have imagined to be her stomach before Kiki got to it. A pearl. A large pearl. I would have anybody else roll for something like that. Maybe Callista might know. I don't know. I'm thinking there. Kraerin, you, with your past, would immediately recognize the value of this. You can appraise. I can't snap my fingers, but you can appraise like that. You know, it is easily worth at least 100 gold.
Sweet.
I
pocket that too.
Honest to
Do
God,
I see that?
What's
Yeah,
your
that's
passive?
just like a big old middle finger to Euphemian after last week.
Yeah, no, you have passive perception 15. If she's not specifically trying to hide, unless someone's specifically trying to hide something from you, Euphemian sees it. I mean, unless she's doing sleight of hand, which she didn't say she was doing.
No. I'm just doing this and just staring at Euphemian, and I'll just do like little, like, you know, what those guys do. They'll just be like, you know, don't worry. I got plans.
Don't worry
Kinda,
about
you know,
it.
Uh-huh.
I gotcha.
Euphemian will remember this.
Okay.
Well,
While they're doing that, I would like to start tending to Versi.
you step over to Versi. Ismene jumps in and runs in past Kraven and goes, Versi, ew, Versi. Just looks at you. Callista, you see her. You see this beautiful water dryad, and I will put her picture in here for you all. I don't know how to put it. I can't put it in the other stream for a minute. We'll have to work on that. But you see her. I know, Allie.
I could share my screen again.
Yeah, sure. What shows? If you want to put it on full screen, I'm not sure what it shows.
Yeah, it just shows all of the Odyssey of the Dragon Lords.
No, I literally don't. I'm sure. I don't know the player experience of seeing a document because I've never been a player in a game where someone showed me a document. I'm sure.
Oh, it looks like that.
I've never. Okay, yeah, that actually shares your audio again. We can't do that. What was I gonna say? You see her. She steps down. looks at Callista for a moment, giving you like this moment of sort of peaceful understanding before she turns and walks and reaches and just almost ignores you with this calm and reaches under the what I described as a bed, this lounging area, and there's this chest, this large chest, and she pulls it out and she opens it and she looks through considering something, and then she pulls out this robe, this large like robe in that sort of shifting blackness of the night sky, and she takes it, she turns around and puts it on. As she drapes it around herself, you can see along the robe faint twinkles and glistens of stars appearing and disappearing. And you see like the constellations faintly appearing for just moments as she turns around, and she's got this robe over her nymph body, and she looks at all of you and then looks at Ismene and smiles and does like almost like a curtsy, like a half kneel for a second, and then looks at each of you and then just says, gratitude to the four of you. Thank you. The others upstairs, how are the others doing?
The priest should pull through. Some,
did.
anyway.
Some didn't make it before we got to.
How many?
We had
think it was-
seen 3 that had been taken out.
Mhm.
We saw 3 plus. What was his name? Did I really not write it down? Who am I? I don't remember his name, but it started with a P.
Proteus?
Yeah. Proteus, yes.
Thank you.
What was it? She thinks about this for a minute and walks up almost in the direction of all of you. I'm going to stop using the map for this part. And she steps in front of you, Kiki in the doorway, and she sort of stands in front of you and looks at you sort of gently and patiently.
I'll move to let her pass.
She nods her acknowledgement and gratitude and just begins walking down the path, leaving you all of you alone in this room.
Oh, watch out for the rug.
She walks, looks at the. She walks down the hill. What was that?
I was just gonna say I'm gonna start following her.
You follow. Whenever you turn the corner, following her. By the time.
Could I? Sorry. Could I want to do something before we all started leaving?
Go ahead.
So as Versi is leaving and Kiki is trying to go, I kind of hold her back and I'm like, I think this is a safe place. And I pull the stuff out of my pockets and say, what do you guys think about this? Except for the gold, of course. Gold's in my pocket. My pocket.
What stuff are you showing?
So the pearl and the medal that I got. So I have a medal from that one chick upstairs and then the pearl that I got from the sea hag.
Well, that pearl could be worth a fair bit, I would imagine.
It is.
I would have liked to have known that. I would have liked to have known we'd run into this about 3 days ago.
Well, can I like dip the pearl? No, actually, I don't want to lose the pearl. Can I like take some of the where Versi was and like take the cloth and kind of clean it off a little bit and give it to whoever wants it?
I'll take it.
Mm.
With 2 of them, that means for certain I'll be able to be equipped with the ability to cast identification spells.
And as you're as you're doing this, I gotta interrupt you. Ismene just looks for a second, well, I mean, that makes sense. At least it's not the rest of this treasure. And then she just looks around and she keeps making notes.
And then I just kind of hold the medal out. Joe, so want me to just keep this for now? Like, I mean, what do you guys want?
I mean,
The
if this is a temple.
do I get any indication that the thing is magical?
The pearl?
Yes.
No, it's just a very valuable pearl. Sea hags would keep.
Or sorry, the medallion, not the pearl.
Roll an Arcana check. Okay.
You have bless.
What'd you roll?
17.
Okay.
Plus, I can bless as well.
I love that bless is an hour.
Another 4, so 21.
21. Out of 21, not only is it not magical, you're sure that it's not magical. This is someone. Sidon is a titan. Sidon is a threat to gods. And this is what is it? Barcia, whose name we will never get right. She had a medallion. She was willing to die for Sidon. She did die for Sidon. And you see that she wasn't given so much as a blessed item to help her.
Okay, so just a holy symbol then.
Could I tie that? Because I have like some of the boar's hair. Can I take the medallion and just kind of, I'm like, drop that around my quarterstaff too? If it's nothing?
The what? The medallion? Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Gonna be your Steven Tyler microphone stand, isn't it?
Damn straight.
Is anybody hurt?
Kiki, I thought.
I have taken a little bit of damage, but I'm doing okay now that I've redeemed Mitros' blessing.
Okay, well, I guess I'll hold off, but if anybody needs healing, let me know, because I can do one more healing spell today. Yeah.
I'm at 17 of 25, but if everything seems pretty okay and calm here, I think we'll just take a rest before we go anywhere else. I'll be fine with that.
Cool.
Yeah, just in case something happens, at least we'll have a little bit of leeway.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, so are you guys resting right here before you do anything else, or are you going to what's happening?
No.
I was following the oracle.
Yeah, we're just taking like a few minutes just to talk to people, and then we'll go right away.
Okay.
So I settle up to Euphemian, and I'm like, I might be a jerk, and I know I am, but I take care of those who are with me. Okay.
Well, that's good. To be honest, I just wasn't certain at all. We've hardly had a chance to speak, really.
True enough. We'll see how it keeps going, I suppose.
Well, we haven't died. Well, that's not necessarily true.
No. No. But by the grace of the gods, I'm back.
How are you feeling about that?
Well, a little bit ambiguous, actually, but you know what? I'm here now. Let's do this.
So, I expect Versi is going to have something to say. Perhaps we should follow her.
True.
When you say this, Ismene looks up and goes, "Has something to do." Oh, right, yes. Oh, the reason I brought you here. And she just immediately gets up and she stops writing what she's writing now, and makes her way through over to see Versi in the other room. What was it? Is there anything else anybody else wants to do?
I'm going to follow them out.
I'm gonna make my way with her.
I'm totally following as well.
All right, all of you follow. By the time you follow, what was it? Versi is already on the rug in the other room, the one rug. The second one is gone. You guys spent a while, so you don't really know what happened. You guys spent a while in this room, so you don't really know what happened. Versi went in there, and now there is no rug. So she's sitting there, and she's sitting cross-legged with her hand on the other rug, and just looking around this area. This is up above is where people pay homage and where they pay tribute and worship. Down here is where the select few that are allowed to actually directly hear from the oracle are. And she turns her head and looks at all of you and says, "So you're the ones. You are the four." And Ismene just walks ahead, walks behind you all just taking notes. And she smiles and says, "Ismene did well bringing you here to hear the prophecy. When I sent her weeks ago, I did not expect that this would be what happened next. There are things that I cannot see, things I don't think to see. My father's treachery to me specifically was not something I expected.
Do you know the voice, female voice, that says about how we are not to come save you? We had some whispering, I thought.
There would be those that would interfere. There would be those that know that I see a future where humanity doesn't fall. There are those that have spent half a millennia waiting for a day that comes very soon and are offended that I would act with compassion to the people that have fought hard and fought for their place on this land. I choose carefully who can hear my words and the words that I say. But goodness is also balance and respect. And before I tell you the words for which I brought you here, I would want to speak with each of you first, as a show of gratitude. She thinks for a second. Is that a kindness that you would accept?
Absolutely.
She looks at Ismene and gives her a nod. And Ismene goes, "Oh, okay," and just walks back into the Oracle's resting area for a minute. Kiki, you were the first one to speak whenever she asked if it was okay to give a kindness, to say something explicitly. And she says, "I saw what you did to Helica. You are more powerful than I think you know. You are more powerful than I think you understand. The hero of the town in which you grew is the least of what you could be. I would bid you travel to Historia. Meet Pythor. There will be answers for you there." Pythor is one of the 5 gods. She is just telling you, go to Astoria and talk to God. Is just what she's throwing at you.
Easy peasy.
She goes, you need to know yourself more than anyone else here does. And she looks at the three of you, besides Kiki, waiting.
Well, so I guess I'm next.
You're bold. Euphemia. You bring joy and cheer. Everywhere you go, you bring a light. But light brings shadow. I think that in the back of your mind, you know this. I think in the back of your mind, you know a shadow follows you. And with each year, it's a little longer than it was just before. Euphemian. And she looks at you with a calm intensity, like a focus. And she says, Damon, the Lich at the necropolis at Tillamook. He knows what comes next, if that shadow is not to overtake you.
Do I know
Nope.
any of these names?
Nope. And she looks at you.
Sorry, could I get the name of the Lich again?
I will send it to you. It's Damon,
Okay.
D-A-M-O-N.
Okay.
And she leans back and nods slightly to you. And then looks at Callista and Kraerin.
I just go to Callista and say, you first.
Sure, shoot.
And she smiles at you. And she says, I did not think you to be shy. She thinks about that for a moment. We daughters of Sidon, not all of us walk the same path. Callista, tell me of your father, of your mother.
It's funny that you ask. I don't really remember them very much. Or, at all. They're just gone.
Nothing. My sister, Demetria. She, in her corruption, holds a lost artifact. Please, find answers. And she turns and she looks at Kraerin.
Cray is giving a bit of like an attitude, a little bit. Like just kind of, standing with an attitude, not giving her attitude.
You see, when she looks at you, she looked like everyone. She considered each person differently, with slight, subtle differences. But when she looks at you, she has a slight frown, as you see almost a pity, as she looks at you.
I'm like, what? Like,
My heart breaks for you. The sympathy that you've needed for so long. Oh, Craren, I think that the time for that sympathy to have done anything is past, and I am sorry. But the hardships that you faced, the bitterness in your heart, it isn't your failing. It isn't your weakness. I see many futures. In the distance, in the corner of my eye, I see a future where you find the truth to this sadness. Craren, I hope that that happens. And she looks at Callista. As well, Demetria would know more for you, for both of you. When the time comes, please visit her at the Mossy Temple. And you see her lean back slightly. This is an oracle. This is a woman that sees the divine truth of the universe. When she talks like this, she is channeling the essence and the literal truth of being through her. It's not just like knowledge she knows. She is being a conduit for it. You see this. You see her not just sitting back, but keeping her composure as she is exhausting herself. This is taking a significant amount of effort, and part of her being is to not betray the effort that it's taking, if that makes sense. She breathes for a moment, and Ismene comes back with something in her arms, and she's not writing anything. She's got like this cloth in her arms. She goes, I think I found the one that you were asking about when you looked at me, but I don't know what to do with the look in there. Oh, this is a quiet moment. Sorry. And she walks over, and she lays this green cloth, like this sort of green cloth that looks like grass, and it just, not one specific color, but almost just the greens and browns that are the essence of a forest. And she lays it down, folded, at Versi's feet. Or at Versi's feet. And Versi looks at it as she's steadying her breathing, and she says, Kiki, I can't explain myself fully, but it is right for me to give you a gift. So please. And then she just sits back.
I'll walk up to her.
You walk up to her, and there's just the cloth in front of her is the only thing that's there. She's not moving. She's looking at you and considering you. You see almost a hint of respect in her eyes, more than she's given anyone else here. More than... She has profound respect for all of these people in this room right now, but she is looking at you with the nod and the respect you give somebody that's your equal.
I will kneel down in front of her.
And Ismene just goes, psst. Sorry. But she's pointing at the cloth.
I will reach out my hands to slowly grab it.
You see a very small smile of satisfaction around her, on the face of Versi. I will give this to you. In time, you will discover that what she has handed you is what some of you might recognize. Let me see. I will explain it in a minute because I want to keep this going.
Okay.
But she looks at all of you and just says, and says, the reason that you are here. And she thinks for a moment. She sort of thinks for a moment, and Ismene goes, "Are you ready?" And she says, and she looks at Ismene, this sort of soft chastisement in her face. And Ismene goes, "I was just asking." Versi, all of the room stops. And when I say all of the room stops, I mean the water stops flowing, the steam stops moving. You become aware that time is simply not a factor in this room for a moment. And Versi just sits there and just with this gentle inhalation, with nothing epic, but just this gentle inhalation, you see the vapors of the room rush into her body as she just holds this in. Her eyes blotted out with deep sea blue, and Ismene kneels down, and she speaks with conviction. You warriors who stand here, gathered and will be tested. The fates have revealed the 3 great tasks to be performed before you sail into the 3 seas to face the Titans themselves. You must shape the silver fires of the Lost Forge in order to craft the tools that you will need. You must claim the mighty weapons wielded against the Titans by the first Dragon Lord. And you must drink deep from the bottomless dragon horn, for it will reveal a vision that I cannot see. But woe unto thee, for I have seen the end of all things. My father's anger cannot be quelled, and his sister schemes even now. Your quest may yet fail, and if it should, the sky will rain black fire. The doom of Thylia will come. She sits there, breathing. You can see she's still in this trance state, but that she is, in her composure, struggling to hang on. And Ismene looks, those of you that would look would see Ismene who's kneeling down, and on her face, as the prophecy ends, Ismene is showing she has been scared for you guys, she has been anxious, and I've described at the boar fight that she was worried about your guys' well-being more than anything. This is the first time you've seen Ismene scared, and she is scared hearing this. Versi leans back, opens her eyes. She is herself once more. I think I have done all I can this day. I hope that it will prove in time to have been worth all of your efforts. As I see the future, I am truly, profoundly sorry that it could not be more. Ismene, I need to rest. She stands up and, almost without the same patience she showed you before, Kiki, walks past you all, intent on going back to the Oracle's back room. Like, she needs to lay down now. She has just had divination, the essence of divination itself held inside her body. She needs to recover. And Ismene stands up and sort of composes herself. 3 things. I knew she had to see a message. I just never knew what it was. Oh my gosh! And she starts to write it down because she realized she hadn't been writing any of that. It is anybody's action.
If she looks like she's struggling at all,
Mhm.
Euphemian would try to assist her to her room.
Okay. That's excellent. Yeah, you can do that. You can assist her to her room. Let me double check something real fast while I go over that.
Can you also grab a printout of that transcript we just heard here on the way back?
I will give you that.
Hey!
As you're walking back, Euphemian, as you're walking her back, she says, people have always been fascinated by you. That's not going to last, and I'm sorry. They will still look at you. It will not be fascination. And she lets you help her onto the bed as she lays down. Is there anything else you want to do while you're in this room?
I'm just going to ask her, do you know who I am? Really?
And she looks at you with a deep understanding. When someone looks at you and you know that they are truly considering the person that they're looking at. But she does not answer more.
I'm going to leave her to her rest and go back to the others.
Okay. What I will say, you would know enough about how divination works in this world and about magic and oracles enough to know, yeah, she's very much about to pass out. Like, that was it. Ismene is just scribbling everything she forgot. That will also show up in your group chat later.
Callista is absolutely looking over Ismene's shoulder and like not taking notes exactly of what she like, but like mentally taking notes of what Ismene is doing because it is like very much what she wants to do.
You look at her and she goes, are you gonna make a story too? Are you gonna make a story too? Like, she was shocked at first and it was like kind of sarcastic, but then she realized what a great idea it was.
I mean, I've always wanted to. I've dabbled a little bit. I've dabbled a little bit, but nothing big, but I've always wanted to.
And she looks at you and she looks like super excited, like you just that look when someone else is like watches the same TV show you watch. You just like her eyes just, and she looks at you and she just like she's throwing her quill, but when she throws it back, it just disappears into like stardust. And she like throws it back and she grabs your hands and she goes, Callista, every story is a big story. Your sentences can be epic. And she just says that with like so much joy. She goes, please write. What's that?
I said, okay, I'll do it.
And she's like, her eyes are like racing, like she's got ideas now. Oh. And she like reaches back and her pin's back in her hand again, and she goes back and starts writing some more and sort of leaves you guys to what you're doing.
I have to learn how to do that.
I'm going to just summon my quill and bring it back as I come back.
Can you teach me?
It takes several years. It is part of the magic school that I belong to. But
The
perhaps
academy.
the particular school.
I heard about you
of
at the
magic.
academy.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Well, I don't get the impression that there's a town nearby. Shall we set up? Is there somewhere that we can rest?
Ismene says, well, if this place is safe, you could rest here. I mean, we have bedrooms, we have resting areas. And she says, you can rest here if you'd want. I mean, I can't speak for Versi, but I think she'd be okay with that.
Do you have anywhere where you don't have hot water little pools to rest in?
And she goes, good question. Fair question. It would up in the in the chambers for the attendants and the acolytes. I mean, I guess their rooms are available. She kind of wrinkles her nose.
Oh,
And yeah. She goes, and then she sort of gestures to the item. Give me a second while I'm checking something. Yeah, she gestures to the item, and she goes, keep that, by the way. I don't know when we're going to be able to use it, but it'll help you stay out of trouble for the few times you don't want to be in trouble.
Well, this might be a good opportunity for me to try out some new tools. Would I be able to borrow it for a moment?
this is
See
the
if I can
cloth.
suss out the exact magical properties of it.
Is this of the cloth?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, sure. Give it a shot.
So while
Okay.
everybody is all talking and doing their things, Cray is just gonna take the 5 gold that he took and just kind of let it soundlessly drop behind him.
You're going to give it back, but you don't want anybody to know.
Yeah.
That is fair.
So I'm going to cast Identify as a ritual.
Okay, I'm going to say
and
this. Go ahead.
yeah, and I'm going to use my class feature, which lets me cast rituals for their regular casting length.
Are you serious? That's not a problem now, but that's going to be a problem later.
So cool.
You cast Identify. You immediately recognize this. This is a cloak that looks almost exactly like the. Let me get this right. It's a cloak that looks almost exactly like the thing in front of you. Like its colors are shifting, and then right now it looks like the grass and everything. This is its natural state. But as you peer into it, you see with your magic and understanding, you see in your mind's eye the uses it has of someone hiding in the shadows, hiding in the foliage, in the fog, standing right before somebody and yet being unseen. You recognize what some would refer to as nature's mantle. When you are lightly obscured, hide is a bonus action, not a full action. It can normally only be attuned by druids or rangers. This can be attuned by barbarians.
What?
Well, I will hand it back
That's
and
incredible.
relay the information.
This was a gift given to you from someone that treats you as an equal.
If I had fins, they'd be going like this.
Ismene goes...
No.
And Ismene sort of comes back and goes, well, that gives us 3 to go with. I don't know what you'd want to do. I mean, I could flip a coin, but I don't know any 3-sided coins. Do I?
3 rooms?
No. And she
3.
goes, and she sort of looks at you, no, the tasks, the labors. And I will tell you now, because this is something that I feel the DM should put forward very plainly. This splits into an open path for a little while. You have 3 things that the prophecy said you need to do before you are ready to embark on truly the next chapter. It is your choice which one you want to do.
Rest first. think and talk later.
Yep. Was it is it implied that the individual like leads she gave us are like along the way things or like do after things?
No clues given.
Or is that just up to us? Okay.
Do we know where these different locations are at, or no?
You, if you ask around, you'll be able to find them pretty easily.
Okay.
If, for example, you had someone nearby whose entire job was to know all of the stories of this land.
Okay.
But what was it? She says, Ismene goes, "This is the start of your story. I mean, your story already began, but this is your start. Like, there's a prologue, and then there's a chapter 1." And she is just like, explaining all of this is just her equivalent of just eating the most delicious candy. You know, like, she's just like, this is just the beginning. You have to be careful, though. You're going to have to work together on this. I think you four need to watch out for each other, because it is going to get rough ahead.
Will you be joining us?
Sometimes. I need to help Versi, and I think that I need to stay back for a little while. But I'm good at finding people, and I'll find you. Plus, when I ask around, I learn a lot. I learned so much about you all just asking in the towns where I first found you. That being said, and she just whirls around, and she has her scroll and her quill, and she just looks at Callista with this delicious intent of a cat and a canary, and she goes, a poetry battle. And she's like, she's like, I can barely contain her glee. A poetry battle. It is not clear what she's saying, just to be obvious. Like, she's saying poetry battle like it means something.
Explain?
I'm gonna write down everything that you do. You're gonna write down everything that we do. We're gonna see who tells the story better. Don't die until the story's told, or I'll win.
Okay. Well, whatever you say. Anything for you.
She just perks up, and she goes, the kind Callista, and she turns and looks at you, and sort of walks upstairs. Yeah, she absolutely, her goal, she wants to see who writes, Greek epics. She wants to see who wrote the better Greek epic by the time all of this is said and done. That is her challenge to you. Do you guys want to go upstairs and rest?
Absolutely.
Yes, please.
The 4 heroes go upstairs. They go to rest. Ismene is a bit eccentric, but she's not wrong, because now come the 3 labors of heroes as they prepare to become not just heroes of this town or people who help out where they come into danger, but the heroes of Thylia, of this land. And so that is where we will end. And next week, the Great Labors can begin.
Oh man.
Thank you, everybody who came to this stream. Thank you, the 4 of you epic heroes. I really thought that I was going to kill you guys. I didn't want to. I was worried about the door. God, that was a lot of... I threw 3 fights at you.
Yeah.
So please be level 3 by the time we do the next session.
Woohoo! Thank you.
Hey.
Tammy, I told you, when you see a thing, if you think that's the thing, it's the thing. Does anybody have
Thank you.
Does anybody have anything they want to ask, discuss, say in the final minutes before we shut down the stream, or do we want to just discuss it after the stream? Okay, Allie, what's up?
I'll discuss it with you after. It's like a small housekeeping thing, so.
Oh, she wants my
all
basic
good.
password. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody that came to the stream. You're all wonderful, beautiful people. Please like, follow, subscribe, all that stuff. I will see you all next week. Be well. Have a good night.
Bye,
Thank you
everybody.
so
everybody. Thank
much.
you. Bye,
Bye.
everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.